controller for my camera somewhere on
Okay.
this.
Okay. Okay, we're live with another Cartridge Club Hangout. Starting off really good with that one. But I'm here with Cody. How's it going?
Good. I got Toys Girl here with us, Melinda. She wants to show something off that she got today or the other day, and maybe chat with some things about the item she got. You can talk.
I guess.
Hold on. We'll get a headset and watch or something to get a headset, because I don't know where that audio splitter is.
I have no idea.
Hold on. get your headset and I'll find the 3.5 audio splitter.
I think there's something going on with your connection again.
Sorry, dude. Now my connection's going crazy.
Yeah, you're getting blurry and it was lagging out. You're back now.
Yeah, I'm at I'm right now, since I was gone for the summer, I had my service put in, I suspended my service, and I'm using my buddy's who lives upstairs, and his service, or his kind of lags out my stuff every now and then.
Yeah.
And I can't reboot mine until November without a penalty, so.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, at least that's soon.
Yeah, I do it that way because I'm just being cheap.
Oh, whatever works.
Being cheap, so.
Whatever works.
At least I'm being cheap on something, right?
Got to make it up somewhere.
Hold on here. All right, give me your headphones there. Do you need an extension for yours?
No, I don't think so.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear it? Go ahead and talk.
Testing.
I
Gotta put the other one in. You might not get stereo since we're splitting it.
Oh, so that one makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, say
Try this again.
There we go.
All right, you can.
All right. Yeah, I'm not getting stereo, so.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
So, who's all in here?
Just you guys.
What
I
the
usually
heck?
wait to start things up until at least one person joins. People usually start coming in after, but last few weeks it's been like starting pretty slow.
It's kind of a sad deal when the old Cartridge Club's not being there. Just kidding.
Well, this isn't really a podcast or anything. It's just kind of come and go as you please.
I know, I'm just teasing.
Yeah. Makes for a lot of long pauses at the start.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I tweeted out to Bubsy the other day. I don't know if you played Bubsy the game, Bubsy Bobcat.
Yeah, I played that. I thought you were like talking about someone who goes by Bubsy online. I have no idea who that is. But you're talking about the game, okay?
Yeah, Bubsy Bobcat, and frickin' he's saying, "Oh yes, dude, yes." I'm so pumped, dude. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I got them both, but did you get the PS4 one?
No, I did not get that one.
Yes,
I have
dude.
some nostalgia for this one, but the series is kind of just okay.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's not horrible, but I'm not really on the lookout. If it goes on a really deep sale, I might pick up the new one.
Well, it is mostly nostalgia for you, Cody.
I know.
It's all nostalgia.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I had fun playing that as a kid, though.
Yeah, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, but
Yeah,
I just sent him a tweet.
Yeah,
Because see, there's Bubsy Bobcat, and then there's his other link, which is I think let me see here. Just let me see. Oh, come on, Bubsy. No, just Bubsy Bobcat. But anyways, yeah, like I'm pumped because I just messaged him literally the other day, like when's the sequel coming? You know?
Mhm.
Oh man, dude.
We'll tell the rest of the story.
Well, I mean, I'm just excited about it. I like Bubsy.
Is there a planned sequel, or
Yeah, they just announced it. They just announced 5 minutes ago. It's called Bubsy Paws on Fire, coming 2019.
oh, nice.
Yep. So, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about that because you remember the hype that was generated with Bubsy, and I think it was Smash Brothers. They
Yeah.
leaked the idea that Bubsy was going to be in it, and people were like getting all excited, like, "What? Seriously?" It ended up not being Bubsy. It was man, I can't remember, but it sure looked like Bubsy. Everybody was going crazy about it. I'll have
Yeah.
to look. I'm gonna look that up here. Oh, I was
Yeah.
looking up some stuff too. You know who Victor Ireland is, right?
I know the name, but I can't remember.
He's the Working Designs
Oh yeah,
guy
yeah.
who had his new company he started is called Gaijin Works,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember
and
that now.
it looks like he released a PS4 game, and then they got something else possibly in the works, and I might look into his stuff just to support him,
Yeah, it was good to support
'cause,
people.
he I mean, you figure all those Working Design games got here because of him, and his
Mhm.
company. So, and what made him fail, as I was reading the story today too, was PlayStation. PlayStation button heads with their releases, so
Hmm.
they ended up going under because of it. They wouldn't give them. They put all this time and effort into deving these new titles, and then PlayStation wouldn't approve them.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
it kind of sunk them. Yeah.
Yeah, the PS4 release I'm seeing here is Summon Night 6.
Yep. 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 So, and then they were talking about this Class of Heroes game, which
Yeah.
I
Plus,
don't know much about that, but yeah, I mean, I might give it a look. It looks kind of like an interesting strategy game.
yeah, I was aware of those before. It's only saying PS3 for some reason. And it was supposed to come out spring of this year.
Oh, that Summon Night.
No, Class of Heroes 3.
Okay.
Summon Night came out.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do more research into them. But
Mm.
I got distracted. Now, what was I gonna look up?
Bubsy?
Bubsy.
No, not Bubsy. It was shoot. Was it Bubsy?
Yeah, you thought, like, the time people thought Bubsy might be in Smash or
Oh
something.
yeah. Yep. Yep. That's right. My brain got super excited there.
Dream big. With Bubsy and Smash. Playing some Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Nice.
I was disappointed when I got it initially because I thought for some reason that there wasn't an endless mode. Of course, there is one. I found it the other day, so now I'm playing the heck out of it.
Nice.
And I just messed up. Oh well. But it's odd. They hit it in challenge mode, and then you have to go from challenge mode to marathon, and then you have to toggle not infinite mode, endless mode on. It's a really odd way to store that. Oh, they did not start me off well this round.
Yeah, speaking on Bubsy though, like the Woolies Strike Back,
Mm-hmm.
that was the PS4 title. I don't know if they ended up releasing it on Xbox, but I think it could have been longer, but overall it wasn't that bad. It took me probably a good week to beat it, 2 weeks, or not even that long, like literally a couple days, but I still farmed it and hoped for more out of it, but it was rather short. But I'm kind of glad I got it, because I mean I like how some of these companies now are trying to bring back these franchises, and I don't know how old you are, but I mean I'm old enough to remember that when it was new. I was young enough to be captivated by the art and the things like that. It wasn't something that I picked on later.
Yeah, I'm 28, so I probably found that well after it came out, but probably just found it in a rental store or something. And I definitely got into it for a while.
No, it's cool. I mean, I'm kind of interested sometimes to see what the younger generation thinks of some of these games that they experience, But one thing that I mean, I'm totally cool with the guys that are big on history and that, but sometimes it's like, this guy's like not even from that generation. How is he considered like the know-it-all? You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? I mean, it's like when you speak firsthand to somebody who's actually there and lived it and just hasn't talked about it. You see a lot of younger generation guys trying to jump on that, like on their YouTubes and that, about being the grail of knowledge, and it's like, I don't know if it works that way.
Yeah, well, if people do their research, then it's fine. But yeah, there are a lot of people that talk out of their ass about many things, not just video games.
Oh, I know. I'm sure I do too.
Yeah.
Excited. People get excited too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, if it's coming from passion, then it's fine.
What the heck? Where is everybody?
They're hiding.
Where is Rocket Sauce?
Yeah, welcome to the last 4 or 5 weeks of me hosting this.
You had a lot of guys in here before. Yeah.
Yeah, that's still a fairly low-key week just because of the convention and everything, but yeah, it tends to get going later. Ryan has been coming on closer to 7, I think, just due to scheduling. I don't remember why.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said when you messaged me, it's just a casual thing. So people can come in and whatever. But it does make the opening bits awkward.
Yeah. It's like, all right, I'm by myself. Nobody's joined yet. And it's like, all right, so I'm going to talk to myself.
Yeah, that's why I don't start until people start joining, because it's just like, what am I going to say?
Right.
Hey, Jared's in the chat.
They like just go crazy on a game. I guess I'm going to be talking about this game. Nobody listening now.
Oh,
Jared's in the chat. It's going pretty decent, but still slow on the hangout here.
Yeah, it says tomorrow here, PlayStation's going to show the first gameplay of the Medieval remake for the PS4.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah. Man, that game, like, as soon as they started talking about Medieval a couple years ago, I noticed that game started going up in price, and I still haven't got any of them yet.
Hey, Melissa, in the chat as well. Sorry, what were you saying about Medieval?
Oh, just about the price of it going up.
Okay.
How can I see who's in chat on this?
Yeah, you go to the YouTube link, and then there's a chat you can pop out. Are you on the YouTube page, or?
No, I'm in Google.
Okay, I'll just drop the link in the group chat in the Hangout.
Do do do.
There you go. Weird link inception of linking you to the thing we're in, but
Yeah. Watch it create like some kind of echo.
well, you have headphones on, so it should be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna have to mute one of those.
Yeah. Ideally, the video that would, yeah.
Oh, the original.
No, mute the YouTube video because otherwise you're gonna be
Okay, yeah,
waiting 30 seconds, and we'll be waiting 30 seconds back and forth to respond to
yeah.
it.
There we go. Yeah.
That's funny.
Retro Revolutions. Miss Q Dog. How you doing, Miss Q Dog?
Yeah, Retro Revolutions is Jared from last week. He called in from the airport.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Do 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 do.
I never really played Medieval, but I've been casually curious about that game for a long time. It's kind of off and on. I think I have it on PlayStation Network from some kind of promotion, but I've just never played it.
Yeah, I got the PS. There's a PS1.
Classics?
Yeah, I downloaded that. I used to actually own the disc, but back in the day, I had a full collection. And when me and Toys got together, I ended up selling off my collection. At one time. My Camaro needed fixed, and it was like couple $1,000, and at that time I was thinking I was getting out of gaming, so I actually sold my collection, so I had to restart and later on down the road, which was stupid now that I think back on it, because I had a lot of Black Label PlayStation discs that, man, I mean, went up in price, you know.
Yeah, stuff happens and you can't always predict. But it does suck to look back when that kind of stuff happens.
And I know darn well that I definitely will not sell my collection off again, you know. Never.
Yeah, good to get rid of stuff that's just not of interest every once in a while, though.
So did you get any cool pickups this week?
Yeah, not really anything game related, but as I said, we're probably just gonna wait on that a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, yeah, we're gonna bounce out here 8 o'clock our time, so it'll be 7 years.
Okay.
We're gonna go watch this some swanky old comedians.
Nice.
Jeez. Amateur.
Yeah, amateurs.
Amateurs.
Yeah, amateur night.
Local amateurs.
Hopefully there's not too much cringe.
There might be.
Hopefully there is cringe. That's the idea.
Yeah. Sometimes that can be good, but if it goes too long, it's a little much. But,
I want the cringe, dude. It'd be funny.
Yeah. But,
yeah, you just want to harass them later about it. That's all.
Yeah, be like, dude, that was some hot garbage, dude.
Jeez.
you were picking up some like heavy hitter Genesis stuff last week, right?
What?
Or
As
like
in,
not just like you're just kind of generally picking up some heavy hitters for Sega consoles, right?
oh yeah. I mean, I haven't showed my collection. It's all right back here. Once I get this room organized more, I mean, it's a mess. It's, you know, where I actually just got in here and set up enough space to sit in front of the desk. You know, I got my tower down below here. It's not set up. I'm on my piece of crap i5 laptop that, you know, barely works anymore. I don't know what the heck's up with it.
Same here. Mid 20.
You know, I can show you
way out.
I can show you a little bit. It's probably gonna do some stuff, you know, like the camera might freak out, but Let me show you a little bit what's going on. Like, so here's my big TV.
Nice.
You know, it's a big old Trinitron right there. This is actually, I got the same model I had before. The first one had a bad tube, and I just got this from somebody for $10 the other day.
Awesome.
Here's my Saturn. I was testing that out. This is where Toys Girl's large flat setup and some other stuff. That's like her gaming stuff there.
Show my
tower.
Nice.
I got another little TV down here, just in case my big one doesn't work for the gun games. That one will work.
Yeah.
This is like, you know, I use that for a monitor, and then I got a second screen here from streaming. This is all my components. Like, I got a tape deck, my surround sound, my DVD rip recorder, 5-disc changer, plays VCDs. This is a DVD VHS player. This is my Retro Freak.
Yeah, it's a mess in here.
Over there's my arcade machine.
Oh, nice.
There's models, statues right there. This is kind of like where my games are at and stuff like that.
Yeah, we got to do
Cabinets.
some changing up on how we have
This
things
is
displayed.
all my haul here. I need to still catalog from PRGE. This is my record players, my different models of Genesis, my Dreamcast,
GameCube.
yeah, GameCube, N64, all that's there.
Oh, where's your Xbox
There's my
at?
barn cat.
Oh, jeez. That's Chevy.
Yeah. Chevy, what are you doing, buddy?
He's like, I'm laying
He
in the
loves
chair.
that office chair.
Yeah, we got kind of a mess going on here.
That bag there's got my production camera in it.
Yeah, I'm not going to show any of my game room either, just because they're a different mess.
Oh yeah, it's a mess. This is pretty cool. My Soldner X2 poster.
Oh, nice.
Raphael Bill actually signed this.
Well, I've played that casually, but it's pretty decent.
Yeah, so that's signed by him. And actually, we just got his Kickstarter. His Kickstarter was approved or completed. Well, not East Asia Soft or whatever's Kickstarter was approved, I should say. And well, I'm gonna get a vinyl out of it. And, hey, what's up, Q Dog?
I'm here.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Melissa yelling in the background.
Yeah, I was trying to keep that muted.
That's Big Dog.
Yeah, we still got a lot of rearranging to do in here and shelves and
Yeah, I think I'm gonna build shelves like Musty did and somebody else.
Ryan did. They both worked off of designs from Canadian Retro. I don't know if you have met him yet.
Yeah, he's commented on stuff in the past. And I think I know. I think I've seen him on Twitter.
Yeah, anyway, just quickly, why I was bringing up the Genesis stuff is because I was just kind of looking back and forth when I saw this and was wondering if this would be something you might be looking for as troubleshooter on Genesis.
I got it. You should see my copy.
Okay.
It
Good or bad?
You got to dig that up. Just to show them how tore up that thing is. I got it from this guy who sold a lot of stuff from after that hurricane that hit Puerto Rico. I grabbed my Contra hardcore too.
they were loose, weren't they?
Yeah. There's one right on the top, the very top right there. Nope, in the second layer. Yeah.
Well,
You'll know. Look at that. The other one down there. If they got torn labels, like look at this. This is This is the Contra I got for like literally like $10 from the guy in Puerto Rico. It's in rough shape, but I mean it plays.
Yeah.
And they talk about people that know how to do reproduction labels. Yeah. And I mean, I've researched it and thought about getting a cutter myself and maybe doing it, but you know, then that would put me all in with the expense, but then I wouldn't have to worry about it in the future. Not feel bad about buying these, but I mean, for $10, dude, I mean, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pass that up, you know.
Yeah, hey, Mustard.
Hello.
Echo Junior's the same
I
way.
just broke the other arm off my chair.
Oh. I just.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. We were talking about Genesis stuff. I know, buddy. It's broken. He's playing Double Dragon right now.
You know, I think $10 is a lucky number for me when it comes to gaming. Just messing with you, Q-Dog.
I know it.
Fire back on that one a little bit. That copy of Troubleshooter, $5.
Oh,
snap.
dang. He just tore me a new butthole
Yes,
on that
he
one.
did.
Dang.
He deserved it.
As the GameCube cable.
Dang, man.
Am I audible?
Yep. Everyone's coming in now, finally.
Is there feedback?
Nope.
Awesome.
Are you wearing headphones, though?
No.
Weird.
Yes.
Pretty sure it's the microphone.
No, I mean, it's not feedback.
We went to a secondhand store that's on the end of town here, and we got these for free. They're the cases, though.
Oh, nice.
And the manuals in it.
Yeah, I might want to get those headphones.
Those were free.
Yeah, always nice to find just loose cases and save them from the dumpster.
There are some more there we should probably see if we can get from them, too.
Mm-hmm. Always good to have DS cases.
No, I don't even have a DS. I just...
Since I always have random crap to show. I found 3 just like plastic bags of brand new DS cases one time. They were 75 cents a piece. And it was
nice.
10 cases each, and they're just empty. I'm like, sure, okay. I'll be able to use those for selling in the future. Or even if you need them.
Got a little package I'm going to show off on stream that I haven't opened yet.
Make sure not to show your address or anything.
Nah. They're going to have to get to Fort Knox to get here. I got this place covered with cameras.
That was blurry anyway.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. This is, I was telling Q-Dog about this. I'm going to be bouncing real quick. I just want to show you a couple things.
Yeah, you said you had to go pretty quick. So
this is just my after pickup last week or so. A couple of these things I picked up right before I came out to PRGE, but here's that Fantasy Star I was telling you about. Q-Dog.
Hang on. I can't see.
That's it. There you go.
That's the Mega Drive Fantasy Star, yeah?
Yep.
That's cool. Where'd you get that?
I got it from, actually, the guy's got an English name. Is something Bailey. I won't say his name, but he actually put a business card in there, surprisingly, but, you know, has everything in it.
It's nice.
Yeah, some people do that. It's to try to get you to buy stuff without going through eBay.
Hey, whatever.
Off eBay.
Ooh.
The price of this Mega Drive game is really starting to go up too. That's pretty cool though.
Did you see this?
But is it still cheaper than the US version? Which is now
I don't know,
to
dude.
$100.
You're getting close to $100 for this or more. A sealed copy was like $400, but who's gonna spend that?
Jeez.
You
I
know?
think we know some guys that might.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean the price of it's going up, and I just wanted this because now I have the entire Fantasy Star set except the Mark III one. But I don't have Mark III, but I'm still probably gonna try to get it. I tried talking some guy down on it the other day, but I don't know who wanted more. He's in the States. And it wasn't boxed, so I was like, no.
Mm.
Yeah. I find most of the people trying to buy game consoles want them for cheaper than people want to sell them for. I have to deal with that a lot. From the other end.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to
It's like,
talk
no,
this.
I have like 3 hours into this Game Gear. Actually, I have like an hour or two into this Game Gear. I am not selling it for cheaper than $60. Give it up, people.
Are you gonna show your other stuff, or are you just gonna
No,
look at
I
your?
just let somebody else talk.
Oh.
Last hangout, I was talking too much. I noticed. So
You were
Not many people here.
I was getting too pumped.
excited, totally excited.
Well, the only person that'll care about my pickups is Eric.
Oh,
I
what'd you
got
get?
some AM radio ICs. I'm building
Really?
an AM radio for one of my classes.
Riveting.
They put those in ICs, huh?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you just add your own tuner circuits.
Wow.
So you make your own, it's make your own tank circuit day.
So when the screen flips to the the big screen, who controls that?
It just depends on who's talking, but I can present people, and I gave Musty control for that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, so
'Cause
the switching normally happens on its own. It just
Yeah.
picks up on whoever's Yeah.
Making noise.
making
Yeah.
noise.
Make a noise.
Yeah, I don't use
Switch to you.
I've never really used Hangouts.
Yeah, they keep trying to take away all the cool features from us.
Yeah.
Really
Like occasionally it working at all.
Well, there's that
nice.
too. Heard you guys had a doozy 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I went to hit play and it's like, oh, it's not working for some reason. And I went to reload and found out YouTube had gone down just as I was about to start the Hangout. Just straight out. Just entirety of YouTube was down.
Yep, which of course
wild.
also knocks out Hangouts.
Yep. So that's why it was Wednesday for the first week. And then
Google.
Portland Expo happened.
Hmm.
Which is why I figured I should announce that it's back to the regular day before this started up.
Oh, yeah. That was a good idea.
Now back to your regularly scheduled time.
Yep.
Jeez.
Anyway, Eric and Musty, you guys weren't on last week, so how was your expo?
It was good. I was going to let Eric go first.
No, I'm distracted.
Did you buy some games?
I bought a lot of games. 34 games. Yeah.
Probably
No,
more
it was
games
a-
than I've bought this year.
I mean, this came nowhere close to what I took home from Midwest, but the quality difference was because Midwest a third of what I picked up were Atari games, and they were
I had to slow
effectively
down a lot.
super inexpensive.
Actually,
But no,
Cody's
it's
gonna
been good to be
like,
back. Like I'm finally like reacclimating.
Should we just go into not Hangouts? We're in Hangouts. Should we go into pickups?
Oh, we don't have to.
No, I mean just because Cody's gonna have to go in like 10, 12 minutes.
Oh, I mean, I don't have anything other than what was. Oh wait, no, that's not entirely true.
Damn, Musty.
Man, I can come back and watch the video again.
Well, I have that. I realized I did pick up things because something big came out on Friday, and then something else is sitting over there, and I may need to go grab the components, but I can at least show you the box. So let me grab
Something
that.
came out on Friday? What?
I don't know.
Not for people that pre-ordered it on Amazon Canada.
Uh-oh.
Or who ordered through indie shops.
Was that?
But yeah,
Red
so
Dead?
I ended up I did get Red Dead. It's upstairs because that's where the Xbox is. And then I also got
Yay.
Starlink,
Oh yeah.
the empty
With
edition.
nothing in it.
It's also upstairs. So
Is that game any good?
it's fun so far.
Target's doing a buy two get one free this. Oh, I wonder if
Are
the
they
Switch
really?
version doesn't work.
Why buy two get one free on games?
On almost everything but Switch. Some Switch games are not included. Most Switch games are
So
not.
the cost of the starter set is the same for the Switch as it is for everything else.
Yeah, but
So
come on. We're getting the Switch version, right?
75
Yeah.
for the starter set. But
How many components
Ouch.
do you have?
it is the R-Wing. I should just go grab it. I really should.
Yeah.
Or I could show you
Go
here.
grab it.
Here.
No, I
Anyway.
mean, did you buy anything else? Did you buy any extra ships or
No.
figures, or
No.
just have the starter set?
Out of the box, I have access to 2 ships, 2 weapons, 2 pilots, and
2
the
ships.
Joy-Con grip. Yeah.
They're not actually required for gameplay, though, right? Like you can just go into
So-
digital mode.
Right. So you can play the game in portable mode once you have scanned in items.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if you have to scan them in every once a week or something like if there's some kind of time-based element to it. But they did make it so that you could play it portably. You could go on a trip and not have to haul along a bucket of ships and weapons and stuff like that. I was looking into some of the cost. I was looking into some of the other ships because Discart just did a display for his patrons. He did a display, like Starlink ship display ideas, and like they're really cool looking. There is actually, here, we'll pull out. There's a poster that comes with this that shows you all the things. That makes you want all the things.
I know, that's why I don't want to buy it.
But you're gonna want to look into that though, because I swear one of the commercials even said toys not required for play.
No, they're not. And
Oh,
if you
boy.
get the digital version, apparently the digital version actually is a better deal for you.
Well, I think the physical one you can switch it to digital mode is I think what you'd have to do. Either way, look into it.
So here's the
What?
post.
There's a digital mode that doesn't make you have to use the silly toys.
Yeah, I think so.
But they are high
Silly.
quality silly toys.
Yeah.
So here's the
They're still
poster.
silly.
And then on the back it's got, so this is
Silly.
all of the pilots, all of the other ships, and then all of the weapons are over here. Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy brought his over the other night and we played it. It was pretty fun actually. I mean, it was I don't know if you really need the ships. I mean, I think that's more of like the collector type person, but the game overall, I mean, it was all right.
Well, I think it plays all right just through the first 2 hours or so.
Yeah, Musty, you should maybe check into Target because the Starlink stuff.
Yeah, if they're doing
Oh,
buy 2 get 1.
shoot.
What you said.
Now, I made a mistake. I thought it was on the ships and stuff. It's just on it is on the starter packs.
See, the
But
thing
it's not on the extra stuff, so that's unfortunate.
So the thing I was considering was picking up the starter set for one of the other systems because they have the physical edition of the ship that I only have digitally. So there's this.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that. You said you have 2 ships, but only Star Fox is digital.
No, Star Fox is physical.
I mean, sorry, I meant Star Fox is digital, and then the other ship, which would be the ship that comes with them normally.
Yeah.
Is
so
digital?
Mason's ship is the Zenith, which is this one that's right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's got kind of like these weird like circle deals in the middle. That one is digital. So, and also the shredder weapon. So I do have a third weapon. I have 2 physical weapons, 1 physical ship, 2 physical pilots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is the game fun? Should I get it on Switch?
I was having a fun time.
So
I can see how they. So I can kind of see the seams a little bit, and I've only watched it briefly, but I think there's a point where if you're on the other consoles, you play as this main character Mason.
Mhm.
But if you play the Switch version, there's this point when they kind of pull back, and it's like, oh, now here's Star Fox and the crew, and then they kind of blend them into some of the cutscenes. I don't know if it's just different cutscenes with them not there, or how that always works.
I see. Okay.
But I mean, it's an R-wing. I should bring it down because the size on it is what's a little bit unique. So,
Anyway, I'm going to stop you for now. I think we should let Cody and
yeah, for sure.
Girl go just because they're going to have to go in a few minutes for.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
that's okay.
I'll show you guys my pickups I just got this week.
Yeah.
It'll be quick, just because we're gonna go watch a
Yeah.
few comedians. So I did get my Frogger, pretty cheap.
cool.
Got my Frogger 2. This guy was selling stuff for cheap. I tried to guide Q-Dog in the direction of some Atari stuff.
Is this at PRGE?
No, this is just stuff I got.
Oh, yeah.
after
You know, I
got
saw
back.
those games at PRGE. Did you not see them?
John picked those up. John Aguilera got those.
Swampy and Frogger? I saw tons of them.
I didn't see one, but I wanted
Are
the
you
black
serious?
label. I seen the green label.
Oh. You wanted Black Label. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So this was a Starflight I got sealed. Got my Cloudmaster.
Nice.
I got this from Al's Music and Games. She sent this over. This one, and then where's that other one?
I don't
Well,
know.
it's one of the Sega Club games, Crystal Pony.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get the Sega Club games too.
Was that the table that Chris got his Arkista's ring from?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's sending me over that Phantasy Star 4 manual too.
Oh,
I
nice.
traded her an extra copy of Theolus I had. So
Cool.
so I got this. I got all these games for like $2 a piece. Well, $2.50 is what the math was. I got SNK for the Wii, which I'm gonna start collecting for the Wii. Call of Duty. This one is
Used
Call
to
of Duty
waggle.
2 for game.
Used to the waggle control.
007.
Nice.
And I mean, it was just a good deal. I figured I'd pick them from her.
Yeah, he talked her down, so
Halo.
she wanted 50, so he talked her down to 30.
This one was weird because at first I thought it was a football game that was just included, and I was like, okay. And then when I flipped it over, it was the top spins in there too. And I was like, oh, I never seen that combo.
Double the excitement.
Woo!
I think I was excited about this one.
Oh, very nice.
So the Starfighter. I got this as the poster. I'm not a big Grand Theft Auto fan, but it has a poster in it. Monster Garage, which that's kind of funny, and then this game.
Of course, Musty had the double game.
Yeah.
And I got some more coming from that guy I was trying to guide you to about the Atari stuff. Q-Dog, I'll show that next one. I just counted them like 20-some games, like $2 a piece. PS2 and Xbox.
But where is it? Is this somebody local to you?
No, this is eBay. It was an eBay.
Oh, that's right, eBay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And I can't believe it because like he's in the middle of like. I looked him up. He sent me his business card. I mean, he's in the middle of where games are jacked up in price. Like Michigan area, and I was like, where's this guy doing? Like he's in the middle of the country selling stuff.
Middle of nowhere.
I love finding sellers like that. I mean, getting games like $2 a piece. Like, I think one of the games I got was at Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic for like $2.
Nice.
Awesome.
A bunch more. I'll show you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I got to go to run for dinner now anyway.
Anyway, Toys Girl, she wanted to show something, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys will see it. I have to probably get it.
Whoa.
I got it. The Keyblade.
It's no Gunblade, but I think it's impressive.
Wow. Is that the thing Rocket was showing them frantic?
Yeah, he was showing that. Yeah.
Wow, you got one, huh?
I have to take it. I think I'm gonna have to send it back to PDP though because it's got some weird paint issues. So I'm gonna have to do that soon though. But I'm gonna get the next one in December. So for the dark side. Okay, I like Kingdom Hearts. It's kind of one of my favorite games.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is awesome.
Yeah,
Hey man, good talking to you guys tonight though.
Yeah. It's
I got
coming to the
some
top of the hour,
Nintenders.
so
Catch you guys later.
yeah. We'll talk to you guys. See you guys.
Get that out of here. All right, bye, Cody.
See you, Cody.
have a good night, guys.
All right, I gotta go jump. I'm gonna go have dinner. I'll be back on in a little bit.
Okay.
So I
It's
got
okay, I'm
some
just gonna-
Nintendos.
Nintenders.
Ooh,
Tanders.
are those Famicom? Are those regular?
This one's a Famicom.
That's a Famicom. Yeah, I almost bought one. I tried to. Nice. What are you doing with the Famicom?
The AV Famicom.
Okay.
Selling it. It
How
has
much?
been RGB modded.
How much? Give me your regular price.
Regular price.
Well, you're putting it on eBay?
That's what I was thinking about doing.
What's
I'm
your
not
eBay
completely
price?
Sure yet. Probably 400.
Oh man, okay. I can't afford that. All right, I'm gonna go have dinner.
But that's
Okay, good.
coming with, you know, a SCART cable, a power brick, probably a controller.
The things that make it work.
Are those the ones that
Yeah.
have like $100 plus RGB or HDMI? You said RGB though.
It's RGB modded.
So,
So it
is that the one with those
outputs-
$100 cards in it, or what?
The card costs about $80.
Yeah. Okay.
So the console itself is usually what, $100.
Yeah. Cards 80.
So
Plus
add in
extras.
like time and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I got you. All right. Now I gotta go.
Although
I'll be back.
that's the eBay price. Remember, eBay takes 10% and shipping.
Let him go. Okay, I'll just show Mike wrap quickly. No one but me cares, but just
This one's RGB modded too.
just a Transformer freaking what's his name? Battle Slash, I think. Part 1 of 2. There's a other guy that's coming on Thursday, I think, that he combines with. So looking forward to that.
The Grand, what's his name?
I did say Battle Slash. Anyway, and I got 3 comics. I got The Flash Deluxe Edition Volume 4, Volume 3 of the Rebirth series, current run, and I finally read All-Star Batman Volume 1, so I got Volumes 2 and 3 of that. So I got the whole run of that now. Anyway, that was all for this week.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, at some point I'll run up and grab the Starlink
Yeah.
stuff so that you guys can see close up.
Yeah, Ryan will probably come on shortly, and Eric will come back, and yeah, that'll probably be a better time to do it.
Well, no rush. I gotta get the. So he's playing. He's playing now. That's not you. That's the computer playing that, bud.
Mm.
He's telling me that the track screen for Gradius is him.
Yeah,
Two options and a force field.
Yeah, the screen's tracking, but that information might not be.
Dad, you're supposed to do a lion because I'm not getting hit.
He's doing so good. He's not getting hit.
Woo.
Jeez. Yeah. So he's been playing. I have the online service for at least through like the 20th, and then I'm gonna decide if I want to actually like up it for the whole year or not. He's been just diving into the NES games, which is perfect.
Awesome. Hey, Chris
Yeah.
in the chat.
Hello, Chris. See, I told you. Yeah, there's your toy truck. You need to go upstairs, bud. I should probably mute while I'm having this conversation.
Yeah. And to make it even more awkward, I'm going to step away for a minute.
Okay.
Sweet.
That's
It's
fine.
Just
I'll
a
stay
right
me.
back. I'll be right back.
It's just a me.
Talk amongst yourself.
So, does anybody want to buy an AV Famicom?
I am not in the market.
It has wonderful RGB.
Well, that's going to require a FrameMeister, won't it?
And it comes with an adapter for your NES games
Ooh.
that has been modified.
How has it been modified?
It now accepts, so you can now play Castlevania 3, which normally this adapter will not let you play Castlevania 3 because some jerks didn't feel like connecting pins together.
Interesting. So the pins are there, they just don't connect to anything?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yep. No, they shorted them together.
Sure.
And it has also been modified to allow use of expansion audio through EverDrives. Apparently, that's also a thing people like. Anyway, I'm redesigning one of these stupid things because really these parts should just be on the board. And it can't be that hard to design. The hard part is getting the card slot right. If only I knew what manufacturer made this card slot.
It's not a honeybee
No,
or whatever.
it is like a $25 thing.
Gotcha.
I forgot to tell Eric that. I will relay that information once he gets back. Is it relay or am I delaying the information? Whatever.
I don't know.
Not an English major, folks. I just sit here and solder. Apparently, that's all we EEs are good for. Soldering up them circuits. Yeah. So yeah, this is the painted NES top loader, actually. So.
Did you say painted?
Painted.
Is it painted to look more like the real color?
Yes.
Ah.
I am
Well,
back.
here's what the real color is supposed to look like. Here's
And
what
that
it
one's a
looks
little
like.
cleaner looking.
What, this one?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
it's
little
just-
lighter.
It's more uniform.
Yeah, it's a little lighter too. Then again, I did buy this AV Famicom as junk, but gotta love people that think they have junk and then they like don't even test it properly and then they sell it to you for half price. Thank you, stupid people on eBay.
Excellent.
Excellent. Because otherwise, these consoles are not worth buying. At least not for me. Because when you have to purchase it, do something to it, either it be like repair it or mod it or whatever, and then turn around and sell it back to someone else, paying the full retail price of the console isn't exactly
Smart.
Yeah. That's like a lot less profit because people already think we charge too much for these things.
Impractical.
Hey, at least I'm not as impractical as someone else we know. Yeah.
Don't everyone talk at once.
Womp womp womp.
But
Yeah.
just playing some Tetris.
Oh. How's the Tetris?
Dude. Doing
Is
the
it,
Puyo Puyo Tetris on Switch.
Is it blocky full?
Sure. Seems like a bit of a stretch, but okay.
Play with the words. Mix them around. Make new ones. It's okay. All the kids are doing it.
Anyway. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I got it. I said this earlier on the Hangout, but whatever, you weren't on here.
Nope.
Filling dead air. But it's I thought I was disappointed because I couldn't find an endless mode. So it like always end at a certain point and you can continue getting your score up. So I hadn't played it since. But I decided to give it a quick Google, and of course there is one, and I am dumb. It is very lightly hidden, but it is hidden. It's they hid it in challenge mode for some reason. You have to go to the main menu and then go to Tetris, and then go to challenge mode. And then once you get there, you go into marathon, and you can just toggle infinite mode on or endless mode.
Yeah.
I am dumb. Whatever, it's good now. The controls are really solid for this one, so I'm happy about that.
Looks like I have to go to school early on Thursday. Lovely.
Boo earns.
Yeah, there's an IE meeting. What? That's her name. IE.
Okay. If you're making a joke, it's going over my head.
It's I with 3 E's following it. IE.
Okay.
My jokes suck, people. You should expect this by now.
I don't expect you to make jokes.
Really?
Well, I don't expect you to understand jokes usually, but
See, I don't understand the jokes, and then I make jokes, and nobody gets any of them. Here's everyone else's jokes. Here's my jokes.
well,
They're quite far apart.
yours are a lot of tech jokes, so not really the audience. God damn it.
So, what did the LCD say? Damn it! I already screwed it.
Nope.
So, what did the microcontroller say to the LCD? Nothing. The data pin wasn't attached. Yeah, okay, that was.
Yeah. That was intentionally bad, I have to assume.
Yes. And I know a couple professors that would have laughed at that.
Not like I've never made an intentionally bad joke.
Hey, man, I make them all the time. Just like everything else, my bad jokes are getting better all the time. Yeah, I've mostly just been listening to Beatle music lately. Because
Not the worst thing.
this is what happens when you take a class on the Beatles.
Hmm.
You have two choices. First off, if you have taken a class on the Beatles, as a prerequisite, you should probably like the Beatles music, as in all of it. Because if you don't, you're going to have a really, really bad time.
I would assume so.
I think there's a couple people in the class that don't like the Beatles. And they just took it because it sounded like an easy class. And then, oh God. And then they're like, oh, well, what is this early 60s music? It's a bunch of love songs and poppy hits. And then all of a sudden they just turn into full-blown hippies.
Hey Ryan, if you want to talk about the Smash Direct, you're gonna have to get in here. Don't think that either of us have really anything to say on it.
Oh, you mean the direct they're having for a game that they already spent an entire direct on and 2/3 of the Nintendo E3 direct on. And they think it needs a third direct showing.
Well, they still have more characters to reveal.
I don't care.
I'm aware.
At this point, it's like, why? You should just stop marketing Smash Brothers, because all the people that are going to buy the Smash Brothers games at launch already know they're buying the damn Smash Brothers game at launch. Just stop announcing characters so that the people still have some surprises as to who's in the game. There's one aspect of it. On the other hand, why don't you market a game that hasn't been, that isn't going to sell millions of copies the day it comes out?
Because they want to market the game that's going to sell millions of copies and make sure as many people know about it as possible.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure all the people that want the new Smash game know about the new Smash game. Or will not know about it until,
It's
it
out.
hits store shelves and they see it in the store. Because there are people that, this may blow someone's mind, but there are people that don't check any internet news about video games, don't follow any video game companies, don't do any of that stuff. The only time they know what a new game is out.
All those the only players. Those like people who are like, this is kind of like a grown-up mobile device.
Yeah.
I guess. But at the same time, just doing constant Nintendo Directs on it is like the same audience basically watches the Nintendo Directs each time. Your diehard established Nintendo audience is going to watch these things every time. Who's not going to watch it is the general public that doesn't already know about the game. So that's just my whole... Anyway, yeah.
Well,
that's
they're
my
gonna
whole
keep
standpoint.
marketing it until it comes out, and they're going to keep marketing it after it comes out. So.
Yep. So I've basically just, other than seeing that this morning, I've been ignoring the game because I don't care.
Which is totally fair.
I mean, I got enough of Smash Brothers and the one for the Wii U. That's been my whole problem with Nintendo's first-party games for the entirety of my Switch lifespan, for the most part, that I've had it so far, is I have no interest buying Nintendo's first-party games because it's like, this is the same thing you put out on the last console.
Welcome to Nintendo.
Yeah, but most of the games are literally...
And this is a different iteration, but it is a more similar one.
But with the Switch, there are more ports of games from the last console than any Nintendo platform ever before.
Which is fine, because the Wii U didn't do well.
Yeah. But for the people that had the Wii U and bought almost all of the good Wii U games,
which is not
you just sit there. Yeah, you just sit there and go, damn it, I already played that. Nope, I'm not spending another $60 on that game. I shouldn't have spent another $60 on Mario Kart Deluxe. Or it's like...
But you like Mario Kart.
I know. But I barely play it. I think this is why I stopped buying a lot of video games, is I barely play video games at the moment.
Yeah.
Welcome to college, people. If you want good grades, play video games. You answer questions about AM radios.
Not to do with the college thing, but the thing is, the ports are not for people that already bought it.
Yep, I'm aware of that, which is why I haven't bought most of the ports.
Yeah,
however, it also leaves me sitting here going, hey, Nintendo, more Switch games, please? And then I'm like, oh, hey, look, the Switch has third-party games on it. Like these anime RPGs and stuff like that. Because those actually get released on it. I mean, we got Ys 8 on the Switch. Might have been a year late, but we got Ys 8 on the Switch. That was cool.
Yeah. So I need to go back and play that damn thing. I had it on PS4. I don't even have the excuse of waiting for the Wii. Woof. Waiting for the Switch version. I actually don't mind the slow trickle of Switch games just because it gives more time to play the ones that do come out.
Yeah, and I kind of already have way too many games as it is.
Yeah.
And
well, when every big game is a 60+ hour romp.
Yeah. Most of the games in my backlog are like 50 hours plus. And I'm like, you realize it takes me like 2 months to beat a game, right?
And yet you're still complaining about lack of releases.
2 to 4 months to beat a game. An old game that is 20 years old. No, this is why I stopped buying video games, because I've got hundreds of games to play. And like, why do I want to just keep spending money on video games when I can, like, save that for other things, like food and paying for college and gas and all that boring crap? Boo. Anyway, yeah, I didn't know where I was going with that.
Anyway, speaking of things that some people are finding boring, and I'm finding it boring waiting for the thing, Red Dead Redemption 2.
It sucks that you still.
Yeah, it's
Like,
probably
what's the deal?
coming for me on Thursday, hopefully.
Ew.
Oh, so it already came out, but you're.
It came out Friday, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we
Canada.
Yeah, there was a supply issue, air quotes. I'm playing Tetris, so can't
You
actually do
mean
the air quotes. But they didn't ship anything out to anybody that had it pre-ordered.
so what? Canadian Post forgot to ship the boxes?
No, but it doesn't help that they are going through rolling labor disputes right now. And of course,
Ooh.
the only package from the last month or so that I've ordered from Amazon that they decided to send through Canada Post is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Hey, man. Amazon are a pain in the butt.
They're
They will
actually
literally
really
just
great.
go. Well, the problem I have with Amazon is they will just take whatever item you order, stick it in whatever packaging they want, and ship it through whatever service they want. So you can sometimes order something and it's somewhat fragile, and then they package it like shit, and then ship it through like FedEx or something. And then it shows up and it's broken to crap. Or it shows up and it's missing half the things.
Mhm.
At which point you just contact Amazon and complain, and they typically give you your money back.
Or depending.
Or send you a new item. So,
They're good about replacements and such, at least.
I mean, when I got half a microphone, they were pretty good about, like, you know what? Just keep the half a microphone. Here's a refund. Go buy another one. So,
Yeah. A slight kind of double-edged sword of an upside for the Red Dead situation is I'm not the one that was looking forward to playing it. But my mom is not pleased that it's getting delayed. Because Red Dead Redemption was one of her favorite games, so she's been eagerly awaiting this game coming out.
I can't really comment. I don't think I've ever played it.
I haven't either.
Either of those.
I haven't either. I have the first one in my system to start playing, but I haven't gotten around to it yet.
The part of the issue I have is I'm just not into the GTA style games anymore.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure the Red Dead Redemption is like Wild West GTA. That's the gist I got of it.
I think that's an overgeneralization. Yes, this one feels.
That's the gist of it.
Oh well, sure. I mean, it's Rockstar's formula. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
I grew tired of those games back on the PS2. So
yeah, but that's kind of like calling every shooter a Doom clone. Still.
Hey man, every shooter is still a Doom clone.
I mean, very, very technically.
Actually, no, it's not a Doom clone. I believe it's a Wolfenstein 3D clone. There you go.
Or like that was on.
Hold on.
Although,
let's consult Dr. Google. Hey,
no,
Dr. Google.
Wolfenstein was before Doom. Yes.
Dr. Google. What was the first?
But there was like that weird
first-person shooter game.
Yeah, there was that weird Faces game, but that was on Super Nintendo. That might have been after.
I have an Atari game that's first person perspective.
Yeah, well, there were first-person perspective
Well,
games for sure.
First-person perspective shooter. FPS.
Yeah, like there was on Intellivision there was Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Treasures of Tarman, I believe.
Oh boy.
Is that one? It actually looks pretty cool. It's one of the ones that I would actively seek out for Intellivision.
I googled and it's
Right, googly moogly.
I have googled it. I am looking.
You have cast Google. It is not very effective, apparently.
It seems like the first true FPS was still Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some other games that are kind of maybe, I don't know, but
Yeah, the generally accepted first one of the not modern, but like
the first one of the actual like
what
run,
we
gun,
consider to be
shoot.
first-person shooters.
Yes. So technically, a lot of people like them Wolfenstein clones.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Eric, I forgot that Famicom.
Hello?
And he's gone.
He dropped. Okay.
I didn't do it. I swear to God.
While we wait for him,
Mhm.
I was going to show you Starlink. So this is the Joy-Con holder.
Okay.
So your Joy-Con height is there. So this is just, I mean, it's just a little bit offset there. So you take your pilot. Here's Star Fox.
Fox. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They have this little tab in the back here, and that fits into this slot right there. So you slide.
Is it just a tab or is it electrical? Is it like a cartridge? Does it have little pins on it?
I don't see.
Probably not.
Yeah, there are pins.
No, there are. Okay.
If you look at if you see at the top, I can't show it, but
that's all right. I believe it.
It seems that there is something on that board.
Okay.
And so you slide that in, and that engages that.
Well, it has to have something to tell it, like, hey, this is the Star Fox thingy.
Yeah, there's something in here that reads it because I had to update this when I first got it. I had to update the mount, which it does in game. It does that whole thing in game. Anyway. So yeah, and then here's the other pilot. This is Mason. He's the lead who you've seen in all the trailers. And then you take the ship. And this is the R-wing, right? Yeah. And the R-wing has a hole in the bottom right there.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And so that fits over him and then snaps down. It has its own tab that fits into the mount as well. So there's actually a clear, you can see him through there.
That's that would annoy the crap out of me. Trying to play my Joy-Cons or trying to play the Switch with all that crap on top of the controller.
Yeah,
that would just tick me off.
With one of the things with the R-Wing is that these are adjustable, so they can fold up.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
they can pop open. Yeah, and then from there you can add on weapons, and so there's these little spots on each of the wings. Oh, the wings actually can come all the way off, and you can swap. The wings have different characteristics.
Yeah.
So you could add on different wings that are, more better for cornering and
wow,
that kind of stuff.
So collect the stuff in real life to change it in the game.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right. And then you can add on different weapons. This is a flamethrower.
Okay.
And you can
necessarily required.
You can snap that on there, and then it manifests in the game. You can also put it on backwards. And it manifests backwards, so you shoot your fireballs backwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Some nerd was thinking.
And then and then this is the ice missiles, and they have different elements associated to them.
That or some business guy came up with it and said, "Hey, engineer, make this work."
Mm-hmm.
So then when you're all said and done, you can pop it off, pull Fox out of there, and then you're good.
I mean, for the target demographic, that's awesome.
I think. I mean, just having this is cool. This is cool.
Yeah, that's cool as a collectible on its own.
Yeah, that's why I kind of wish that I would have had the physical one of Mason's ship, but
Is it possible to get that one separately or only in another starter
I
pack?
think
now?
it's only in the starter packs.
Oh man.
Well, for the Wii, fuck,
It's
why do I
digital,
wanna
so
keep saying
I
Wii?
have it. I mean, technically, I already have it, so I could
Yeah.
use it.
For the Switch version, I would imagine they'd probably release it separately as well. Eventually.
Maybe down the road, because you can play co-op as well, so you could have 2 people playing Starlink simultaneously. And so I suppose in that situation you could play. Maybe they won't allow you to play with the same ship. Be
Yeah, but
interesting.
also they will probably realize at some point, oh, most people bought the Star Fox one, so they don't have this ship, and they're not going to buy the game again.
Here's
because
another
that ship.
$25 we can squeeze out of people.
Yeah,
Just
but like, it's also
just
good for
repack
people that
the
do
original.
actually end up wanting the ship.
I mean,
Like,
I already
it's
have. Yeah, I already have him, so I might as well.
Yeah, it's
Where's
good for
my
the
ship?
business and for the people that enjoy the product.
Anyway, before I got disconnected earlier, Eric, I forgot to
Mhm.
mention that Famicom. It
Yeah.
comes with an adapter for your NES games.
Oh, nice.
These cost like $25. I also modded this one to work with expansion audio and be able to play Castlevania 3.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because that thing has. Is it a chip?
They
Or
did
is it
not
the-
enable MMC support on the adapter. So they didn't connect 2 pins to 2 other
Yeah.
pins.
Okay.
And instead, they shorted the 2 sets of pins out.
Ugh. Great.
And then I had to add a couple extra components for the expansion audio stuff. So if you use an
Yeah.
EverDrive or whatever, the expansion audio works.
Cool.
Or whatever freaking flash drivey thing that is. I don't have one to test it, but that's what the internet told me to do. So you'd think if it didn't work, someone would say it didn't work.
Yeah.
Of course, the guide also kind of told me to solder 2 wires or cut a trace, then solder 2 wires to spots that are, electrically joined together.
Okay. Whatever.
And then it turns out you were supposed to cut those too, and they never said anything.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry.
Shoot. Is there
I'm
one-
boring. I have all this stupid technical crap.
Eric, was that
No.
officially your longest pickup video ever?
I'm just distracted by this. Yeah. It probably was because we combined the 2 days into one.
So
I could
you
go
went
back
and bought all the games from PRGE.
Yeah, I bought all of them. Yeah. No, I think we only got like 41 total, and I don't
Only.
count. Huh?
Only.
Well, I've been meaning to go back and look. I mean, I think it's actually a decrease from last year, if I'm not mistaken. We both decreased the number of games we bought. Yeah, it said 46. Okay, so I count them differently because I bought 46 games at PRGE, but only 41 of them are new to the collection. 5 of them, and I'll have to figure out. I know 2 of the TurboGrafx games were just for the cases. I'll have to figure out what those other 3 were. That were. Oh, Enduro was one I already had. Anyway, yeah, it's probably the longest one. We meant for it to go fast. If people don't watch it, they don't watch it.
Oh no, it was great. I was just curious.
We actually, it's funny that you asked Musty because we actually were like, well, that was one of the questions Melissa asked. I'm like, oh man, we're at like 30, 31, 37 minutes here. And she's like, well, how long was Musty's? I'm like, Musty's was like, I forget if it was 18 or 21 or something, but yours was around the 20-minute mark. So I'm like, oh man, we're too long.
Yeah, and I felt like I didn't get to a game for at least until like the 3rd minute. I don't know why that is.
Well, you're just talking general, covering stuff. So
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Telling people to stick around for the
the giveaway.
The giveaway. Yep.
Yeah, I kind of want the Xbox version of that game too.
I'm going to show Catherine real quick. Here's the other ships. So there are 4 others other than the Zenith. The Zenith is the other starter ship. So these 4 are the other ones, and then here's the other pilots.
Did it come with 2 pilots?
I got 2 pilots. Yeah.
Star Fox, and then the other guy. What's his name? Clyde.
Mason.
Mason. Sorry, I just made up a name. I had no idea. Okay.
Maybe.
I know you
And
said it
these-
before.
And these are the weapons. And so they sell them in packs, like two different weapon types. So there's like one of them has like the shockwave and the shredder. Or the
Buy our
levitator.
$1 plastic crap for $10, please. Or
Hey,
actually, it's
you
probably
get
like
2 pieces
25.
of plastic crap for $10. Thank you very much.
That tells me they only spent 10 cents each on making them.
Oh, I don't doubt that those little boards that are connecting it are just layered pieces of cardboard with a couple of traces on it. Like,
It's probably the cheapest phenolic base they could find that's single-sided, and just stick the chip on it. Bam, here you go, done.
Do you know how it works with the non-switch consoles? Like, how does the ship mount to your controller?
there's a little bracket that fits in the middle.
Of the
Like
controller.
if you've ever seen those things that like allow you to connect a cell phone to the top, I think it's like that.
Okay.
So like the cell phone tripod thingies, in a sense, but for your
All
game
right.
controller.
The controller holder things, yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna.
That
try
would
and
still
pull it up.
annoy the crap out of me to have that ship on top of my controller.
As far as how it connects, that's a good question that I don't have an answer for. Because this is the. Oh, okay, that fits. Where does that fit in?
No, I was just saying, like, having the actual ship above the controller you're holding with you.
You don't
Yeah.
want to fly it like this, Yoshi?
No.
My
Well,
son
I
was
had
thinking it
enough
was
of that.
actually going to launch. He thought it was actually going to take off.
Like take off and fly
from the
out of the
controller.
cool.
Okay, I had enough of that crap in the days of the Wii. No more of the motion control waggy crap.
I'm doing that. I'm buying it just so I can go like this.
There's the.
All right.
So this is the mount.
Yep. There's a little USB port
So,
on there.
yeah, you can see the connection port.
Oh, yeah.
there.
Shove it up.
I don't know what system this one's
Controller.
for, though. That's for Xbox One. So that must fit where the... I don't have an Xbox One controller down here.
Do
Yes.
they sell those separately? How much is that?
This 20.
What? This game's too expensive.
I agree.
All right.
Well,
It's another one of
if
those-
you're never going to play co-op,
Okay.
Yeah.
couch co-op, then you don't need a
You
second.
don't need that. Yeah.
It comes included with the base model. Yeah,
Like-
like the mount for the Switch is right here, and that's also 20. So
Yeah.
See,
same tech is there, it's just more plastic. It's
See-
actually cleaner looking if you.
Yeah.
really
The Switch
compare the
one's
two.
cool because then you can just put the Joy-Cons in it, right?
Yeah. And this you kind of. I wish they had a picture of it actually on a controller.
Yeah. So you can see
See.
what it.
to me, this is just going to end up like Skylanders in like a year.
No Man's Skylanders.
That's right. No Man's Sky. That's funny.
Yeah, that
Well,
sounds about right.
I'm
And
tempted.
then no
but-
one will care. And they'll just
Oh,
be plastic
maybe.
figures you can't sell anywhere.
Okay. Maybe.
That's what happened to Skylanders.
Yoshi, we get it. It's not for you. It's not for me either, but I am allowing people to enjoy the thing.
Hold on.
It's okay.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, so the mount on Xbox points toward you.
No. Are you
No.
sure?
I'm sure. Here's a picture. Hold on. The direction of the yeah, here. There you go. Take a look at that. Right? Am I looking at that right, or is that no?
No, I think you're looking at it
Sorry.
wrong.
I'm looking at it wrong.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
the back of the ship goes into that little slot. The pilot goes into that little
Yeah.
slot right
So
there.
the gem is in that
Yeah.
circle right there. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
got
They got a hole for the gem there. Yeah.
I got turned around. Sorry. I thought this was the right. Oop. I thought
But
this was the right analog stick, and that there was the left one would still be over here. But
yeah, I think
Well,
I think
they did
that's
put
the
the
left,
controller on the box backwards.
yeah, I suppose it would have made sense to put it the way that you would actually look at it. But
the interesting thing here, Musty, is that based on the picture that you showed from Best Buy, the connection to the controller is at the bottom, which means it's not connecting through the USB port on the thing. It's connecting through the like the whatever the microphone connects to.
Ooh.
well,
The-
now
the
now the
dock on the
microphone-
bottom.
Yeah, now the microphone connects through 3.5.
3.5, but like on my controller, which is older, I don't have the 3.5. It's that, and I don't know what that connection is. I don't know if it's proprietary, if it's just a different connection for USB. But don't Xbox One controllers, I charge them through the top, which is a USB micro, I think. And then I don't know what the bottom is, but I only ever hook my headset up to it. So whatever that connection is, that's what the Starlink is using.
I don't know.
They'll
I
probably
don't
have
have
a
one of
pass
these.
through for it.
Huh?
They probably have a pass through for it. They probably thought that through.
Hopefully, yeah. They put a hole through the little gem. That's good. Well, I don't know. I'm still on the fence. The ships are $25.
The tough thing for you is like, if you get it, would you actually open it?
I might try it out. Yeah, I think I might open it. I don't think it's
So
Skylanders. I have a bunch of Skylanders. I never thought those were collectible. I opened those because, like Yoshi said, they ended up being dirt cheap a few years later.
I see those in the dollar store.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap right now, Skylanders.
Yeah, and nobody can sell them.
Yeah, I wish I was seeing that as much for Disney Infinity because I actually want some of those.
Yeah, I have Disney Infinity too.
Yeah,
But I'd probably open it and play it.
after
what
the
I'll
first round of
say, Eric,
those,
if you end up waiting, and if you keep waiting until Midwest, and if you come to Midwest, and if I bring my Switch, you can try the game.
If all these things happen and the stars align,
I can try it. Yeah.
Then you can try it and see what you think. 'Cause
Maybe I'll just go to.
yeah, 5 minutes, go.
Yeah, you get 5 minutes. Yeah. Maybe I'll just. It's all right.
by then your library will have it. You'll have all the ships in the library, and
it'll be $19.95 per minute for the first minute.
Mm-hmm.
$20.25 every minute after that.
that's right.
That's funny.
Actually, no, that's not how those lines worked. It was $1 for every minute. It was $1 for the first minute, and then like $5 for every minute afterwards. And if you went over by 1 second, pay
You might
another
as well
dollar.
hang on for another
$5.
69.
Yeah, until you went over for another minute, and then you get your phone bill, and you're like, "Why is there a $30 charge to some?"
Because she was friendly.
Oh, dear.
Not like I would know.
The one thing that bums me out about this packaging is that it is like this much too tall to fit like up in that like high area of my shelf. Is just too tall. So I'm gonna have to. It's gonna have to go in the secondary.
See,
the not shown storage.
I've gone from
Which is
liking special packaging to absolutely hating it because it just takes up too much extra space.
Yep. Yeah.
I miss the days where you could just walk into a game store and there wasn't like 5 different editions of the game coming out.
You had to figure out which
There
one.
wasn't
actually
all this
came.
pre-order crap where you're like certain stores had certain things, other stores didn't. No, you just walked into the store, you bought the game. It was like 1 copy. That was the only choice, and you went home. And then you played it. And then you were either very happy that you bought a really good game, or you were really pissed off because you just spent a bunch of money on garbage. Because, you know, you didn't have the internet to go, hey, is this game any good? No, you just had to read the box and choose off the boxes.
The one thing I will say I don't like is the
Yeah.
the way that this window is.
Not showing the whole thing.
I mean,
Display it that way.
like if I wanted to keep it in the box, it would look okay, but like you've got a little bit of like custom art over here, and then there's like nothing else to it. I don't know. Maybe if they'd gone with, instead of white, they went with, a darker color or something.
What, match the box art color?
Maybe.
I mean, what would that
But then
take?
those
Couple seconds?
items don't pop as much. I don't know. I'm no
Yeah,
graphic
and then what would that
designer.
take? Adding
Not
some
gonna
dye
perfect.
to the friggin' plastic mold? Yeah.
But who knows? I know Steven bought a bunch of them.
I'm not surprised.
Oh, he did. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised either.
Shock.
I think, the reason people got tired of Skylanders and why Disney Infinity probably didn't do as well is because by that point, people were tired of the, gimmicky collect physical stuff for money to play it in the game.
Are you sure they weren't all just holding out for when they would have to get into Lego Dimensions?
Or amiibos.
Lego Dimensions, is that dead now? I
Oh,
haven't
I-
heard about that in a while.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yep.
sure.
And
That
those,
one was
those
overwhelming.
Disney Infinity characters are like well crafted.
Yeah,
they are.
they're nice. And there was going to be more that was like, I am obviously in for the Star Wars stuff, but they were going to do like Rogue One characters. Yeah, that's the movie you want to put toys to. But they never ended up coming out because the game ended up dying. The heck is
Well,
a weird Transformer?
yeah, I'm not surprised. But I do think it had something to do with parents being pissed off because their kids kept asking them for these stupid $5 figures all the time.
Maybe.
I remember being in game stores when people came in to buy those things. And you could just tell the parents sitting there going, really? I have to spend money on these, like, plastic toys?
I mean, to give you the other side of the coin on this, I can walk into Target and have to walk out with something in his hands, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
so why not have it be something that can perpetuate his use
Gaming
of...
edition?
Sure, something like that.
If you're spending $5 on a figure, you're not spending 60 on a game.
There is that too.
Mm.
It's an expansion to the current game system that he may be playing. I don't know. The Lego Dimension ones are a little bit like those ones also because you then get a Lego set out of it. Granted, not a set, but you get Lego components that you could then use as normal Legos.
Yeah.
So those things aren't entirely useless. I will say that from what I had seen of Lego Dimensions, it is a poorly crafted game.
Oh, really?
Like it's just barren. It's like an
Okay.
open world game that just has no life to it.
That's too bad.
Yeah, because it depends on you putting the characters into the game, and so it can't really have much going because it doesn't know what you do or don't have. So like these like hub worlds are just kind of dull cityscapes and things like that.
Yeah, I heard the campaign was amusing because of just the odd character mix that they did. Like they did, the starter set came with Wildstyle from the Lego Movie, Batman, and Gandalf,
Yep.
and they were the party for the campaign. That I would actually not mind playing that aspect of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, and then they went and made a Lego movie game that doesn't require any of that, right? Like,
Yeah,
so they've got that too.
yeah. The video game development in the Lego space is kind of odd, just because, and the whole Disney Infinity situation as well. Just kind of whole Toys to Life thing, because it all started without any toys at all. It started with the Toy Story 3 game, and that's where the whole toy box thing came from. And then they made, after Skylanders came out, I'm sure they decided to make Disney.
But you're telling me that we could maybe sell this game for $20 cheaper, get it in their homes, and then piecemeal everything else?
Yeah.
And the ink was already dry.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, please. Oh, everyone say hi to James. James saying hi.
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Hello.
Yeah, weird art style or no, these toys are actually pretty decent.
I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They had my local shop had a buy one, get 3 free deal, and I should have jumped on more of them.
Yeah, I still need a few of the Star Wars ones. I need Chewbacca. I don't remember if I got Vader. I definitely need Boba Fett.
Was that one only available in that special bundle?
Maybe. I think they did end up selling them separately.
Okay.
But it would be nice to have a complete set of those at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought a bunch when they did the, what did Musty say? It was buy one. It probably wasn't buy one, get four
multiple.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
We bought them cheap, but not that cheap. We had already decided.
I think I still need Zeb from Rebels. I think it's the only Rebels character I'm missing.
Okay. Yeah. There's only like a dozen of the Star Wars ones out there.
Yeah, around that, I think.
It's not. Yeah, it's around that. I don't.
Yeah, let's see.
It's not much more than 15, or it's certainly not more than 20, and it's not less than 10. So, I think we have them all. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to rub it in. I think we do have them all. I'm thinking we have like 12 of them. We actually got the Boba Fett one we bought the big bundle once.
Yeah.
We bought it for the kids, and
they did have Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
And I got the set with them.
There's Luke, Leia, yeah. Han, Chewie, Yoda.
Yeah, there's variants. Like there's a light up lightsaber.
That's right, and there are variants with the lightsabers. And I don't think we have all the variants.
Yeah, no. But it's the light up sabers is basically the only real variant.
Mm-hmm.
There was Ahsoka, Anakin, those are the starter set ones.
Mm-hmm.
Boba, Chewbacca, Darth Maul, Vader, Ezra, Kanan, Ben, Han. These aren't in order of appearance, so whatever. Kylo, Luke, Obi-Wan, Poe, Leia, Rey, Sabine, Yoda, and Zeb. So there's not that many.
No.
All things considered. For how many there could have been. I'm disappointed that they didn't do a Hera figure. That's the only main crew of Rebels that they didn't do a figure for.
Okay.
I know I'm the only one here that actually watched.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of them.
That's a good cartoon, though. Yeah.
So let me ask you. I have a Fandango question for you guys.
Okay.
Should we push Kevin to make sure he does this deal on Thursday so he can stop talking about Nintendo?
The trade-in of the Switch? Sure. I'm behind still on episodes, so...
Wait. What's happening?
Kevin posted on Twitter that there's some... I don't know if it's EB or somebody has... Yeah, it's EB. Has a... trade in your Switch for 300 Canadian.
It's 200.
No, it was 3.
The one he circled was 3.
It was 3.
Which I thought was incredible.
Yeah.
So trade in your Switch for 300 Canadian, and then...
That's it.
Yep,
and then goodbye.
And then he doesn't talk about Switch anymore.
So he didn't say that. I was considering suggesting that that be the end of him talking about Nintendo.
Nintendo altogether?
Yeah, that's not happening.
I was gonna say I don't think so.
Yeah. Fandango is perfect.
But oh no.
Wait, what?
Hey, Cody's back. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the bottom row.
You dropped a bomb on me. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. I don't know, Musty. I think I don't know. Well, I don't know what you're.
I don't want to. No, I think we've all learned at this point that we should never tell Kevin not to have an opinion about something.
Yeah.
But
you're basically paying him $300 to never speak of Nintendo again. I don't know if I'd actually want that. I enjoy the discussion about Nintendo.
What? So he can rant and rave about Nintendo?
Yeah. He's been ranting about Nintendo
less
a
raving,
lot.
but maybe we should just ask for timestamps.
What do you guys? So what's the
so we can
discussion
skip.
about Nintendo?
So we can just skip it if we don't want to hear it. Yeah,
Just some.
that'd be a good move.
Yeah,
So
it's
Kevin,
not
if
bad.
you're listening, just timestamp that thing so people can skip it if they don't want to listen
Oh
to it.
man! And
Yeah,
I just
but
told him
he
I
wants-
listened to every Fandango completely.
But he wants them to listen to them.
Yeah.
Just some jokey feuding with one of the podcasters.
Oh,
And
Oh, it's not feuding. I don't care what he
there's
thinks about
bit
Nintendo.
like a little bit jokey stuff.
I'm just being silly because
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean.
because-
I don't. There's no actual feud. It's just like it's fun to joke back and forth.
Yeah.
But
Plus, you'd have to have Duke change the intro song. It's right in the song, bashing on Nintendo.
yeah. But Retro Fandango, one of the hosts, Kevin, he has some not so delightful thoughts on Nintendo products.
well, or console gaming in general, but
Yeah, PC is perfect.
sure.
Hey man,
And,
you can't spell perfect without P and C.
Okay. That's
you are
true.
not incorrect. You are technically correct. The best kind of
The
correct.
best kind of correct, yes.
Especially for the engineers. Engineers love being technically correct.
Yes, we do.
Any other type of correct, we really don't care. As long as we're technically correct.
Anyway, how was comedy night, Cody?
they were amateurs, about 2-3 jokes each, pretty quick. It was ridiculous stuff.
Did you go out and come back?
Yeah. I
That
mean,
was
where I
fast.
was
How
at,
long
it
were
was
you
like,
gone?
I don't know. I mean, it was like half hour. It was
Okay.
pretty short.
Yeah.
Made me laugh. It was like, geez, you guys had like 2 jokes each.
Yeah, okay.
But let's talk games, dude. What are we pumped about?
Red Dead.
No,
Really?
dude, that's a hype train. I'm not jumping
It's
on
not
that
a hype train. It
Hey,
is.
to me, it
It is a tangible game.
I'll pick it up when it's
Yeah.
a bargain. I'm not looking to be cowboy.
And
know,
you
right
made
now.
a brand new game of the month.
Yeah.
For only the second time
Yeah,
ever.
it's a
I will
hype train,
pass.
dude. I'm not jumping on that hype train.
We're experimenting with some things. So here's a question: what do you guys think about the games that got announced as Game of the Month coming up?
I was actually just looking at that. That's why I know.
Where's this at?
I tweeted it out. You liked it.
Oh yeah. For
Oh, boy.
December.
December and January and February
February.
and March.
Oh,
So
okay.
is that the
Yeah.
NES version or the remastered?
The NES.
the-
Although I may play the remaster just so I have something to just so we can talk about it briefly, because filling 90 minutes of talk on a game that takes less than that to beat might be tough.
you're talking about DuckTales, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because the January and February, I missed those.
Oh.
Well,
Well,
at least at least just gives me an excuse to finally play through Shanti.
yeah.
Shanti.
So
Screw it. I don't like
January
pronunciation.
is Shantae Half Genie Hero.
Oh, nice.
Portable is also playing a Shantae game. I just don't know which one yet.
Get your dance on, people.
So that's got to be either the original or Pirate's Curse.
I
I shall look.
would bet that they're going toward Pirate's Curse because
Nope, it's the original.
they're playing the original on portable.
Yep.
Load up your emulators, everybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Or
That's an odd
pull
choice.
out your 3DS.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They're-
right. It is available on there.
They're
I
on
do
the
not-
PS4 store too. The
Not
PS4
the original
store.
one.
I do know someone who has the original.
Shanti, which is a Game Boy Color game that cost a couple $100.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. The original game.
yeah.
The
Game Boy
portable.
Man,
Portable.
that's too exclusive for me, man.
For portable. Hold on. Pause. Time out.
Yeah. Clarify.
Portable. We're both playing Shantae games in January. Portable is playing the first Game Boy Color one. We are playing the most recent one, which is available on everything.
Okay. All right.
And the Game Boy Color one.
The one
is
you
available.
can play and the one you cannot.
That's right. But
Yes,
yeah.
but It's
and
not
then
that. Oh, I wish I could say it's not that hard to go find a ROM and an emulator for it, but it's a lot harder now.
Yeah, not anymore. Anyway,
Thank you, Nintendo.
so February, I don't know what Portable's doing. We announced our stuff out for a few months further. February, we are playing. We're breaking the trend of playing long RPGs in February because that joke is tired. We are going to be playing a game based on love, and that is Catherine.
Catherine.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
That's going to be
You
an
gonna
interesting
cheat?
podcast. I'm telling you, it's
Y'all
going to be a
gonna
wild
cheat?
one.
You better
Huh?
cheat.
Do you have guests for Catherine?
As of right now, I have.
I don't
I
have
had
it.
one in. I had one in mind, but they have not committed yet.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
one in mind that we. I have,
Yeah,
Eric, I
yeah,
have,
sorry.
I have one in mind that we haven't announced yet that I think you would be perfect
Well, hopefully you get
What?
some people on the podcast that cheat and some that don't
God,
cheat.
that's so hilarious.
for. What's that?
Dude, if I post a link up, you guys won't get mad. I mean, it's not like
You posting
no
it?
naked pictures. It's just kind of funny.
This Bubsy one.
No. I wanted to talk about that a little bit next, but this one right here. Oh man, it's a guy I follow on Twitch who linked it. That I've talked to.
Interesting username.
It's just hilarious. Gosh, that's hilarious, dude.
That looks like something that would happen.
I don't want to push play.
It's not a big thing.
It's a classic, dude.
I'll be right back.
That's not. It's fine. We just don't show it.
Oh. That's brutal. Anyways, yeah. So we're playing Catherine for February.
Hole in one. Remember, folks, cheat. Some of you don't cheat, but people cheat.
Well, it's gonna be. It'll be interesting to hear that whole conversation. I think.
You will.
And there's a remake coming, remaster.
Yeah.
like
God, what's it
the
called?
full body
Yeah.
edition.
Oh,
But
boy.
I don't know. I think that might be late February, so that might not be. That might not time out perfectly for it.
Climb the puzzle tower, people.
I had to
Climb
dig
the
this out a
puzzle
little
tower.
bit. Got this edition.
Nice.
I pre-ordered this, I think.
Nice.
I still want that game. I don't have a copy.
Got the
Well, he
pizza
got
box.
the boxers.
Yeah, and the boxers and the pillow and the shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe the new edition will come with pants.
Yeah. My buddy
Are
has
you
that.
sure it will come with pants, or will it come with something else that has the word pant in it?
That could happen. It is Japanese.
Pantaloons.
See,
Not quite.
I got that one too. So, and you said DuckTales was on the NES Classic, right?
I think it is.
Maybe they'll have to see.
Check. That's a little closer and easier to grab.
Yeah, mine's
I thought it was.
buried in here somewhere.
What? NES Classic?
Yeah, DuckTales.
DuckTales.
Otherwise, I was looking at that Saturday.
Yeah, it's on the afternoon collection, which is
Yeah, dude.
which is a
That
good
looks
value.
like a good collection. I was looking at that because it had DuckTales 1, 2, Chippendale 1,
1,
2,
2,
and then
Tailspin,
Tailspin. And
Yeah.
yeah, I was like,
Darkwing.
dude, that looks kind of cool.
and
Yeah.
Darkwing. Yeah.
If I wanted to go for the If I wanted to go for the gag, I'd pick up the Wii U version and play that one.
Of DuckTales?
Yep.
DuckTales remastered. A Wii U.
I got you.
Yep.
There it is.
A Wii
Yep.
U.
Yeah, you got that.
So then March, we are playing an indie title that a lot of people, it will be one of the shortest games that we've ever had, but it is What Remains of Edith Finch.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's not what I was expecting.
What were you
I
expecting?
don't even know what
I
that
don't know, like, well, I was going to joke about like a minute or something, but
Gone Home.
I was expecting something like I went to Hollow Knight in my mind first, but that's a Metroidvania. We've done a bunch of those.
What is this game called?
What Remains of Edith Finch.
What remain?
Or one of the sabotages from Polykill, What Remains of Edith's Foot.
Now, you guys are you going for just playthroughs, or are you going for high scores?
You guys know I don't play new games.
I mean, whatever people want to do with it, right? Like if DuckTales ends up becoming a beat my score kind of.
I'll tap
The
out.
one thing you'll run into is that people on the afternoon collection do have a rewind function.
Yeah, so you definitely
We'll
have
have
a
to
rule.
make a no rewind rule.
And I don't know if there's any indicator that shows like you didn't rewind.
Well,
Yeah. Sorry, Odd.
that, or you could just say have different categories for each version.
Yeah, that could be. That
You
could
know,
be
what'd be cool is let's do a bracket,
a bracket.
and then have showdowns scores, like best of 3 is one round. Just straight playthroughs.
You should talk to Ryan about that because Ryan used to organize the beat my score stuff that would show up in the forums. So like when they did like highest score on
Level 1 of Mario.
level 1 from Mario, 1 life.
Maybe Pac-Man at one point, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
can't remember.
We should do a stream, man. We should do a stream.
come December. Come December, there will be. So I would expect that there's some DuckTales being played.
Woo.
Woo. Yeah. So then that is what we've announced up to is March.
Do you
That
want-
way we figured. I figured that we, those who do Black Friday shopping can keep an eye out. The people who want to put feelers out and kind of play the long game on getting something cheap can do that. We don't want to rush people.
Yeah, I think the only one I'm missing is What Remains of Edith Finch.
You beat
And
moderate.
that is all. I mean, digital is going to be your best bet unless you want to let a limited run version.
Yeah.
Just remember, people, RGB modeled NES consoles are the best way to play DuckTales.
There you go.
We weren't talking about DuckTales anymore, but sure.
God,
I gotta have
that's
my
terrible.
keyboard somewhere.
Is that on Game Pass? The Edith Finch? I'll look that up.
I got it on they had an indie sale and it dropped down to like $5 and I picked it up then.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll
So
go on.
I've played through it and it's if you just muscle through it, it's probably 2 hours.
Yeah.
2 to 3 hours at the most. It's a fantastic
Journey
game.
all over again.
It hits
I mean,
some notes that
length
Journey
time.
doesn't. Let's just say that.
What?
It hits some notes that Journey does not.
Are they sad notes?
I mean, depends on your perspective, I suppose.
So sad.
So, did you, Mighty Q Dog? You know about the guy named Owaz, right?
Yeah,
Owaz. He started following you.
yeah. I followed him the other day. Yeah.
He wanted me to put some stuff up for PRGE in his Discord, so I just put some pictures of stuff I seen. And I told him, man, you should totally come next time. It was like super awesome, and like he's talking about that he goes to one down south there. It's like around Atlanta, I think, is what it was.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, like I don't know if you guys know about one down there.
There's Dragon Con is the only one that I know of. Just down there.
I'll have to let me look here. I know that it sounded pretty interesting, like it was a big one. I want to say I heard about it somewhere, but
Dragon Con tends to be more superhero tabletop RPG centric.
Okay.
Like, there's not much of a like video gaming presence there. Although that may be changing. Who knows?
Yeah.
I see lots of cosplay.
It's no big deal, I guess. I can't. I can't.
I don't know it. Yeah, I don't know any in that area. I only know Northeast, Northwest, and Southwest, and then Midwest, I guess. No Southeast.
But I know he's a big.
I'm surprised
Sega
there's
fan.
not a con in like Florida. Like that surprises me. There's not like a Tampa.
Cartridge Con.
That's okay. I can do without going to Florida.
Really?
I'm all right, thanks.
So, did you guys see the link I put on there about the new Bubsy, the second Bubsy coming out now on PS4?
Yeah. I didn't look at the trailer, but
There's a second new Bubsy, or is this?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
first one came out. It was like a year ago, and a little over a year ago, and like, they might know it was last fall. It was last fall actually, and you know I played it through. It was no spoilers, but pretty short.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was
too short.
I didn't think it was that bad, but it definitely felt like it. You know, they did a way better job bringing it back to the roots of of the Genesis ones. Other than that, that crappy PlayStation thing they did.
The 3D.
Yeah, and I don't know. I liked it, and I see that they're doing another one now. And the funny part is, I just tweeted him the other day saying, "Hey, man, because." The way the game ended, it shows him looking like 007. Well, I'm not going to spoil it anymore, but he has a little scene like that. It left it open, and it said, "Till next time." And so, yeah, I'm a Bubsy fan. I mean, I know it's a bad thing to admit, but I like it.
Trying to have a cameo from James Pond.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yep. James Pond. Yeah, you're making me think about that. I haven't even played those, and I got them. I got all those games. I've been thinking about playing them.
Yeah, I played a bunch of those back when I first discovered emulators.
If you guys put me on a stream for the club, maybe I'll play some James Pond.
Yeah, you'll get a lot of views on that one.
Get tortured, right?
Yeah. People clicking on that going, "What the hell is James Pond?"
Well, I know it's an EA series, and it makes me kind of. You know what I really want to get is Theme Park, dude. I want to get Theme Park for the Genesis. I remember playing that until that game had so much slowdown going on, dude. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, James Pond is just an odd platformer of mixed quality.
Yeah, I never played him. But the Theme Park, I actually won that from that dude too. And his sale, it was called Sim Theme Park for PlayStation. And I have played that. I paid like $2 for it.
Hey, Chris.
Hello.
Yes, Space Guy. What's
Hello.
up? See, I got you two mixed up.
Hey,
Base
Chris.
Guy and then
Fitnet.
Fitnet. Yep, Fitnet.
Feeling better after last week?
A little bit.
So you said your video's coming along. It's 30 minutes.
Yeah,
When's it coming out?
it's rendering.
Awesome. So tomorrow, or will it be up tonight?
It'd probably be up middle of the night.
Do you just release it straight away, or do you schedule it for a release?
I probably should schedule it. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Okay. I want to see these. Cody, too. I want to see your pickup videos. Although maybe you shared yours already before on the Hangouts. I missed it.
Yeah, last week Cody showed his stuff.
Oh, okay. I'll check out the video from last week then.
Yeah. 2 times speed for most of it. Not his hangout, not his pickup specifically, just the hangout.
Yeah, I was feeling pretty sick last Wednesday.
So I still have not made any MagFest plans.
Is that in January?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like right at the first week, isn't it?
first
Yep.
weekend.
So unless I can find someone's floor to sleep on, I probably won't be going. Quite
Well,
literally, I just need a floor to sleep on.
How was the floor at PRGE, Musty?
It was good.
Oh, he's not in the thing. Sorry.
No, I'm here.
I'm watching this thing copy over. All right.
No, the floor was fine.
Yeah.
I had a blanket underneath me, and then I had one above me.
Because I was watching the Nest Pursuit guys at Pixel Game Squad, and Aaron was like, this is pretty uncomfortable. He was sleeping on the floor, too.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I didn't mind. I mean, it was 3 nights.
Chris, were you in that room, too?
Yeah. I think Dean was on the floor, sleeping on, I think, next to the window.
Hey, man.
Yeah, Dean picked the window spot, and I took like in front of the TV.
So you're the one who got stepped on every time someone had to go to the bathroom, or?
Nobody stepped on me.
No? Okay. It's funny.
But Dean did comment about how it's like you don't realize how tall I am until I'm
standing over you?
Yeah.
It's funny. I think Sergio had a room to himself.
He did.
Yeah, I think he liked it that way. All right.
I think he's I don't know, self-conscious about his snoring or what.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
So my mouse isn't working.
The case that this DS game came in, it's NES cards.
Oh, nice.
Like almost perfectly. It's a little loose, but
Do you clean your games, Musty, or do you just put them on a
it
shelf?
depends on what it is. I'll wipe down the case, but like this Star Fox one is thoughtless.
Okay. I always feel like I got to rub them down with some rubbing alcohol to get the grease, other people's grease off them.
Yeah, I'm just
They seem to have a
debating
different-
whether to keep the plastic on it or not. I could throw it on a different DS game.
You know what you do? You fold it down, you compress it down, you put it in your little folder, and you bring it as part of your PRGE kit next year. All right?
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's not a reference to me lending you one, by the way. That's a reference to my video where I talked about doing that.
Well, look, it's flat now, so. But no, like I will try to clean. Like I tested all of the, cleaned and tested all the NES games and the N64 games.
Those are the worst.
Like I tried a couple of the Xbox games because my son wanted to see the Jaws game.
Nice.
I want to play a shark game.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, there's a jump scare in that opening cinematic.
Really?
Yeah. It's like you're just
Did
like
it
walking
scare
in the ocean and then there's like a guy like being like chewed on.
Oh, jeez.
Just like, oh,
Did he get scared?
No, he didn't get scared.
Wow.
I treat those situations with like going just like ew, like those kind of.
Oh yeah, you just
like,
sort of underplay it.
I try to,
Yeah.
Because there have been times when he's actively like told us to turn something off. Like we started trying to watch Coraline because we've watched Nightmare Before Christmas over and over and over again. So we're like, okay, maybe we can try this. And there was something that he did not like about just the opening credits to Coraline, and he asked us to turn it off, so we did.
Okay.
It's creepy, kind of like. Because they're like sewing the buttons onto the person's eyes, type of thing, and the thing that's sewing has these like long, like spidery, needly fingers. I can see where he's coming from.
Okay.
I told my wife it wasn't a great idea, but she's like,
yeah, anything Neil Gaiman based, probably not the best plan.
yeah. And that movie just goes off the rails as well. If anybody has seen it, you know.
I haven't seen that one yet.
But yeah, back to your question. I try to clean everything, but like there's a couple cases I need to swap out for some of my Xbox games, but I'm not going through and like actively, because sometimes I feel like if I use rubbing alcohol on it, it just smears that stuff around.
Okay.
Especially if there's like just an itty bit of adhesive. Like I don't want to go so far as to just go straight to like Goo Gone on it, but like if I don't, then I end up clouding the like plastic.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yep.
Just use dish soap, man. I just use a dish soap mix in a soft brush or a soft rag to clean it. I just use just a little bit of dish soap.
Okay.
But some of these are like I'm gonna have to replace Gun Valkyrie's cover's got this like chunk taken. I try to get a good angle on it for you.
Yeah, I see.
It looks like somebody placed something hot on top of it.
Is the paper insert damaged?
Paper's fine.
Oh, there you go.
Thankfully. And then this one's just like laden with stickers.
Yeah. But you look like a guy who's got a lot of spare Xbox cases laying around.
I do. Thank Dean for that.
Bye-bye sports games.
No, sports games are not a good idea on the Xbox because they all have holograms on them.
Yeah.
That are in a very specific spot to cover up you'll see if you get a sports game, sometimes it'll have the like there's like a dotted circle, and inside it says like, you know, trademark or something here.
Yeah.
And so if you switch that into a case that doesn't have that hologram, it very specifically points out the fact that it's not there.
Yeah, some other games have that too, like Lord of the Rings games, James Bond. I've seen a couple have that.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one specifically, but
Lord of the Rings has this official. There's the official ring.
Yeah.
Let me just check underneath the.
Yeah.
On those underneath there's not like some indicator that you're missing that sticker.
Yeah, there is a one on the Third Age as well. Not like the ring necessarily, but it does say Lord of the Rings on there. Yeah, some other games did that.
Oh.
Which is annoying.
Okay. I'm not going to hunt through all my sports games to find an example of that, but
No. I meant you take the sports games, you take the cover out of that, you toss the crappy sports game, and you use it to replace the cover of another game.
But then I
Doesn't have
have to
fancy
get that
stickers.
hologram off of it.
Yeah.
The
I have to
hologram's
take
on the
an
case
additional
itself,
sticker off. Yeah.
and they're not
Well, that's
easy to get
stupid.
off.
So, Eric, how'd the McRib treat you?
Oh, it was fantastic. We were buying a
Here to
car.
step away for a minute. I'll be back.
We were buying a car on Saturday, and we happened to be at a McDonald's that had a McRib, and I'm like, oh, they got McRib. I got to get one of these. And then you were talking about, so now I'm going to embarrass myself. You were talking about it today too on Twitter, and I'm like, well, I'm on my own for lunch, so I'm getting another one. So I went to another McDonald's nearby and grabbed one for lunch. So I've had two in the last 4 days, and it was awesome.
It was actually Rocket Sauce talking about it.
Yeah. But it was your tweet today that you had one today. Because I'm
Actually,
2 hours
I-
behind you. I'm like, I'm having one for lunch too.
I had 2, dude. I don't
Dude.
mess around, dude. I eat like 2 at once, man. I'm a
That's
big
awesome.
eater.
Yeah, they seem smaller than
eater,
I
dude.
remember. I don't know if I'm just fatter or bigger or what. I think
Man, you
seem-
got to realize, dude, when I fight fire in the summer, I eat like 3,000 to 5,000 calories.
Oh
a day.
yeah. I'm
And
sure. Yeah, you can afford the burn. Yeah.
So
you're
I mean,
fighting
I
fires,
come off
yeah.
fires. I come off fire season still eating like a horse.
Yeah, I'll bet. See, I don't have that excuse. I sit around in a chair all day.
Engineeritis.
That's right. Sometimes I get up if the instant messenger isn't working, but
That's where I'm
that
headed.
was kind of a joke. But
Then
I
may
really
not be
hate
able
instant
to-
messaging guys that are 5 feet from me. But,
Really? You have to. do
I'm
that at the office?
unusual. Most engineers are perfectly happy to IM the guy right next to them. Hey, it's like, dude, just turn your head, man. I'm right here.
Hey, if you're in the same cubicle, you should just turn your head and ask.
Yeah,
If you're on the other side of the office, just send an IM.
just send an IM. Well, anyway, yeah, I had a McRib today, and it was glorious. Haven't had one in years.
Yeah.
I don't care what Rocket says. Pickles and onions got to be on there.
I don't know if I should look forward to the corporate engineering I'm going to have to do in a couple years.
Well, let me put it to you this way: enjoy your time in college now, and
You mean my time going crazy trying to keep a GPA that doesn't really mean anything?
yeah, I know it seems nutty, but I guess my advice is enjoy the present as much as you can, no matter where you are, because there's always something better about the past, and there's always something very good about the current situation too. So, corporate engineering, yeah, it's different, but it has its benefits, like getting paid.
That's the point. Doesn't say I can't, there's not going to be anything in the contract saying you can't do stuff at home.
That's right, and you will. You will. For a while,
Make
yeah.
my own stuff.
Yep.
And then eventually quit the company and just sell my own stuff.
That's certainly an option.
The trick is to
You know-
get stuff that sells well enough.
I'm kind of. Have any of you guys done any like NES deving?
Not really.
None.
More
I
on the
know.
hardware side. I got a couple things I've been working on. Some I should probably build up and start doing.
I went to the first NES dev panel at PRGE that was on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Did you? Is that what you're talking? Is that what you're interested in, Cody? I mean,
Well, yeah.
that
Like I
was
said,
pretty
I
rudimentary
got
stuff,
that. I got that NES maker, and
but you did. Okay.
I haven't played with it. And I got some graphic design. I did a little bit of web programming, but they had us all doing like Flash and that, and
Yeah.
so I mean, I kind of got an understanding of a little bit of programming, I guess, but not. It went from Flash to HTML5 like that, and
Okay.
the teacher didn't. It was weird. Like we got a bachelor degree, and they didn't make us take any kind of coding class. It was all like, just learn this action script, and then like, some Photoshop, freaking, GIFs and linking and all that, and there was some coding in there with Dreamweaver, but he didn't dig into it too deep, which I think kind of ticks me off because it's like it sets you back a step by not having to learn HTML, and I know it's pretty easy, so I mean, or I hear it's easy, so it shouldn't be too hard to ever pick up if I wanted to, but anyways, I'm gonna dig into this NES maker.
Yeah.
But
I've
it sounds
been
like
meaning to
there's
check into that.
sounds like there's like a program language, that I'm gonna have to study up on, and
Well,
uh,
if you want to make NES stuff, it's written in assembly. So
but I mean, all the tools are right there, like the tutorials they have up on it. Like he'll walk you through how to start it. And when I was at when we were on the PRGE floor, there was this guy across from Al's Music and Games there. He had a thing set up with a game he built at PRGE in like 4 days, he said. And it was like a little MMO type overhead game. And I went over and played with it a little bit. And I was like, dude, that's badass,
Mm-hmm.
And he said he had no experience at all. So, I'm kind of pumped because I mean, I'm getting some ideas, like, how with the graphic design stuff, I could take like, let's say high resolution imagery and try to shrink it down to like 8 bits or something like that, through software. And, like I know a Flash, you could bring it in at a certain, resolution. I think you could bring it in as like 16 bits. So instead of having like everything smooth, it'd just be all pixelated. So I wonder if like techniques like that would work, bringing in stuff into it like that. But because I know I'd definitely need to, get my subscription to Adobe Cloud activated again, and because I'm on a break on it right now. But just for that, just to build with too, add if you can.
Well, yeah, check into it. Give it a thought. Give it some practice. See what you can do. I'm curious about this thing.
I thought hacks are fairly simple to do because you can kind of just go into and find the sprites and start messing with them. I know John Riggs does a lot of that.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, I think Nestmaker is more sophisticated than that. The stuff John Riggs is doing is they're just finding the sprite data, displaying it in a usable form, and then you can modify. I think the tools are pretty sophisticated, but they're hobbyist tools. This Nestmaker, I think, is going to allow you to do more things like actually programming. It's basically like scripting. It's scripting the engine and doing more than just graphics hacks.
I mean, isn't it effectively an engine itself?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think they're providing high level. Yoshi, you were talking about programming and assembly. I'm pretty sure this NES Maker is probably. It will expose that if you're a power user, you can probably get under the hood and create your own macros and assembly. But I think it's probably a game engine generator that it provides you with high level abstractions, and you kind of string them along, and then it'll compile an engine for you.
Probably
it won't be as I don't want to poo-poo this thing too much because I haven't used it, but based on what I know about engineering and programming, it's not going to get you as far as straight assembly. Okay, if you think you're going to be writing Castlevania 3, which used special hardware and probably very fine-tuned, you're not.
Yeah,
it'll be close, but it can't. By necessity, it cannot be as powerful as raw assembly language programming.
Yeah,
he mentioned that. He mentioned that on the Kickstarter that some of his updates, that if you want to go and do your own coding even further and deeper, like you're saying, you can do more with it for sure. Yeah. But the way it's made is like there's modules, like there's going to be, it's still in development too. I mean, it's still in development. There's going to be like MMO module. There's going to be like platformer module.
Yeah.
Everything I've seen come out of it has been like Zelda-like.
Yeah.
Like action adventure type.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's slow moving. It's yeah, I don't know. I don't really know that much about it. I'm curious about it, but I think I can anticipate what kind of where its level is going to be. But it sounds like a really interesting tool.
What are we talking about?
Nestmaker.
Oh, okay. No idea what that is. Carry on.
And if they expose, their code generation, and you can get in there and hand tweak it, then you've really got some power there. So.
The thing I'm curious about is like I was thinking here is like we went to the Coleco panel, and what would be awesome is if you could use this to start a base and then figure out a way to, make a Coleco port from that, because I talked to Tallarico and Tommy was saying, if you build a game, we'll straight up buy it from you, and I don't know. I don't know much about Coleco, but I mean, it sounds like he's going to have a higher pixel version of it, 16-bit or something. I don't know.
I think you mean in television.
Yeah, in television. Yeah. The Amico.
The Amico thing. Yeah.
Okay. I was saying Coleco, right? Or
I heard you say Coleco. I don't know if that's what you said.
Coleco and television are different. Or are they the same?
Yeah, they're different.
No, they're different.
But that Amico, no one is ever going to mix that up with Amiga. That's never going to happen.
Yeah.
No, he said Amico.
Yeah, Amico.
The new
was-
Intellivision thing from Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah. Yep. See, that's the thing. I never got into those like Coleco and Intellivision, and I knew what a
Did he drop? I'm losing him.
was.
Just his
Sorry,
dropping
guys,
frame. Yeah, just dropping frames.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, he might have dropped. He had to step away and come back in a couple times.
But still,
Television.
Nope, it's picking back up ish.
I have like 4 of these here.
Did I drop
They're
it?
all busted.
oh,
What do
okay.
you have, yours?
Controllers suck. Intellivisions.
Oh, Model 1s? You have those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
We
actually a
completely missed
3.
everything you said, Cody.
Oh, really?
You heard what I said?
We missed all of it. You went Robo Voice, and it just kind of cut all of it out.
Yeah, I never played a Coleco or Intellivision. I'd never seen them.
Okay.
Not
I
that
think
great.
somebody might have had one, but they never played it because they had an Atari. So
No, I like the television. It was past my time, but I got a plug and play of it as a kid. I ended up enjoying the games from that, so that was one of the more. I think that was probably one of the first things that was retro, even for when I started playing games, ish. Like from before the Genesis that I really got into. At the time, anyway.
yeah, I really want to try to. I know I took a picture of that game. It must be on my big camera. I took a picture of that game. Yes, Maker 2, and it had it almost looked like a Hunter in a Forest platformer. It looked pretty awesome, but yeah, I mean, I mean, if people are making stuff out of that like that, it's like, dude, that's going to be pretty fun to toy around with,
Mm-hmm.
if you can make something out of it. And right now I'm kind of in a good position where I might be able to, put a little time and do something with it over the winter. So quiet.
Sorry, I'm putting
Well,
manuals away.
Yeah, and I'm trying to restore my computer while I'm on this call, too. So
Base guy, what are you up to,
got
dude?
I got some snacks, and none of them are good for radio.
They're still fighting this infection, I think, off.
I
don't know
should
what's-
probably get MagFest tickets.
If you're going.
I'm still thinking about it. I still don't have a floor to sleep on.
Do they sell stuff at that MagFest?
It's mostly art stuff. It's anime and art stuff.
Yeah, you better be. You will find stuff if you're a weeb.
There's not a vendor presence, I think, is what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah,
There's
like,
there's
like a
a
handful.
handful. There's a couple smaller venues that are generally good and may have 1 or 2 good things there. But there's also a couple big vendors. Like there's usually like a giant table with imports.
the New York
Those guys
guys.
typically have decent prices. Then there is the New York guys. Stay away from them.
They do
They
not
charge
have to-
too much.
Yeah, they do not have good prices. They charge New York prices.
Yeah. Outside of New York.
Yeah.
So part of the issue with going to cons I've noticed is a lot of the bigger booths that have stuff will charge their local area prices and con prices. So you pay more at the con than you would if you say, heck, even from a good local game store.
Dude, you know what I've noticed? A lot of gaming stuff, like online, like with eBay, it comes out of like Michigan. It comes out of like the Michigan area, I've noticed. And there's like stuff out of like the Washington, Seattle area. There's, like when I find, but I'm saying when I buy stuff online, I notice that I get a lot of stuff out of the Michigan area.
See, it all comes from what I've noticed. It just comes from everywhere. It just depends on what you buy and where they're happy. Because there's a lot of people that have amassed store size collections of games, and they're trying to sell them off. So You may just be happening to. I don't know. Sometimes you get a
All I
couple in
know
the
is
same
like,
area.
man, dude, like I'll search up, my area, and like a lot of this stuff, man. I mean, I used to see it, and I don't see it anymore. And it's like somebody's coming in and buying it out, and I almost wonder
Yeah.
if this stuff is not getting funneled into like Vegas, the up there, the Seattle, area, Michigan. I see a lot out of Virginia. I've gotten stuff out of Virginia, Florida. There's a dude in Florida who's got a ton.
See,
Like
I don't think.
Cleveland, Texas. There's a couple places in Texas. I mean, I'm seeing where this stuff is getting funneled, though. If you look at the patterns, I mean, it's getting funneled somehow. Somebody's
Well,
buying.
yeah.
It's become like a game, a network where people are buying it up and funneling it. And some guys are cheaper than others. Like I bought from New York a couple times, and those guys are high, no doubt. And like I even sold some stuff that I came across. Like I bought a bunch of junk Sega CDs, fixed them, and I sent them. I sent one a good one too. This one looked great too, and I sent it to a guy in up in New York. I packed it real good, and he complained about it and sent it back to me. And when I got it back, I swear he took the drive out of it or something, and I was like, he swapped it or something because it wasn't right. It wasn't the same. And I just gave him a refund and chewed him out. Left some negative feedback. But that guy, I think he tried screwing me over.
Hmm.
And these were the front-facing loading Sega CDs. I had like 6 of them.
Oh, geez. The front-loading Sega CDs basically all need new capacitors in them, regardless of
Yeah.
if they are currently leaking or not.
Yeah, I
It's
fixed
not
them.
exactly the easiest
Yeah.
job to do.
I did the fuse fix.
Yeah,
We
see,
put a
that's
fuse in 'em.
is that all you did was replace the fuse?
Yep, the drives and most of them are good. I just cleaned them up and
It's not so much the drives that's the problem. Well, the drive typically also have problems because there's drive belt issues. Most of the drive belts currently need replaced. You can have issues with the what is it? Tack
it's like a
switches or whatever.
lifting. There's a lifting module in it too, like the Sega.
Yeah,
The drive
it's all
lifts
part of the plastic
and
curing
goes in
system.
and out. Yeah.
I've worked on like dozens of those.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, every single one needs new capacitors on the main board. So basically, under the metal shielding inside of it, there's a board.
Mhm.
That board
Yeah.
needs new capacitors because those capacitors are going to leak. If they haven't started leaking yet, they will.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got the fixed parts. I've done them. I just take out that whatever the hell it is. I'm not that techie on that, but I know what you take out with the soldering gun, and then you put in the wire it through, solder it, put the fuse in it, trim it down so it fits in there nicely. And I mean, if I was really trying to keep it original, I'd buy that same, resistor, whatever the hell it is, and replace it that way. But chances are it's going to pop again. It's a flaw.
It's a fuse.
So,
It's a fuse. There's a place you can buy them on the internet, and it's probably cheaper than the whatever you were doing. And it's not really a flaw. It's done intentionally. It typically happens whenever there's a spike in your power line, or you're using the wrong plug pack on the console, or something like that. That's when those fuses pop.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the way that I've been fixing them is something I looked up, and people are doing that too. And that fuse will pop in there. You can just, all you got to do is replace it. The bussy fuses. It's like what is it? Was it like a 1.5 amp or something like that? There's a real tiny filament inside it.
I don't use the bus fuses because they have the actual fuses somewhere. Definitely have no idea where I put them. I need to clean my lab.
Look, don't anyone tell Yoshi he's not audible when he's not talking into the mic.
Oh, of course not. Anyway, so I was looking for some of the fuses because I'm pretty sure I have them. I don't know where I put them at the moment, but I do have that little style of fuse. I usually buy the original style of fuse and replace it with that.
Yeah.
Because the way I look at it is, if you don't understand how to replace that, you probably should not be touching this. and not putting in like. I try not to do that type of stuff because chances are, if you ship that, it can bump. Like any sort of bump to the package, no matter how well you package it, can cause the fuse to pop out, and then it won't work. So that's one issue. There's just all sorts of reasons, and like literally, the capacitors on that main board are bad. I've seen ones that have been completely destroyed because of leaking capacitors. Then again, people don't believe me and say it works. Like, yeah, a lot of turbo duos still work, but every single one of those needs new capacitors too. It's basically parts inside of the console have started to fail. They like get really hot. Basically, they're going from capacitors to resistors. So instead of just doing its job and filtering whatever it's doing, it's instead turning into like a heat dissipating element. So it's getting hot, and that'll cause them to dry out and like pop and leak stuff. Anyway, too far into the technical stuff.
Shit's old.
Shit's old.
That's
Needs
worth it.
new shit. Pay someone to do it.
All I know is I fixed like 6 of them and told everybody what I did. I looked up the fix online, and it's the 1.5.
Yeah, it'll get it up and running
bus
again.
fuse.
But those
Yeah.
consoles will have a problem in the future if don't have those capacitors replaced. I literally have a board that.
Do you do a whole cap
result of
replacement then? Is that what you're saying? You can do a full cap replacement.
Then again, if I
because I'm just talking about the fuse. I'm not talking about the caps because I'm not doing that.
If I tilt my monitor a little bit, I have this full electronics lab here. So
can you fix Game Gear?
Yes.
My Game Gear, the sound don't work, so I know it needs a cap replace.
And
it needs a full cap kit.
That's all he does.
Yeah, I usually charge like $40 to do this, but that doesn't include the screen.
Seriously?
New glass. Yeah.
Is there anything you're looking for, like trade or anything you want, or?
Not really.
I don't know. I got a PS. How about a PS3? Broken PS3s, the 2nd gen. You need the power supplies or anything?
I got a like box full of those.
I was saying, I'll trade you something to have you fix my Game Gear for me. I'm not looking for a mod, just standard fix.
Considering he's in college, I think the trade he's looking for is money.
Yeah.
I barely have time to play games or do anything with games other than work on consoles.
Because I mean, this actually will, this thing will play my Game Gear games. You should have. I've seen one of those for sale at that con. Actually, one of those Retro Freaks. If you guys ever come across those are a good deal, man.
I'm too much of an original hardware stickler. I don't even like the freaking EverDrives.
Yeah.
I'd rather,
use your consoleized Game Gear.
Yeah, I have one of those. They're really sweet.
I'll tell you what.
Probably go with the McWill version because it's better.
You guys in your talk about the Genesis 3's got me looking at them too, and I'm like thinking about it, like, what the hell am I doing, man? What did these guys do to me?
Don't buy a Genesis 3.
Yeah, I had
crappy mono
piece
of crap.
Man. I had a couple of them, and I sold them, and it's like, what am I doing?
That thing's a shelf piece.
Pretty much.
That's what I would do with it.
See, I have one that's busted, and you know what I'm going to do with it? Shelf piece, because I literally cannot figure out why it's busted.
It's busted because it was the cheapest thing they could possibly make.
Yep.
It's like the Model 2 SMS. That's what I just put on a shelf.
See, the Model 2 SMS can be made usable. It can. You just have to mod the crap out of it first.
Yeah, it seems like it's hardly worth the effort.
As in, you'd probably want to do... Well, you can get RGB out of the thing. That's no issue.
You can?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get RGB, you can get S-Video, you can get composite. You can get all of it out of the Master System.
Or you can get a Master System 1 and just get the RGB
Have it.
directly.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is more of a can versus should situation.
Yeah.
See,
he said it.
I'm not here to talk people out of doing mods. That is not my job.
Right.
It's not my job to talk people out of be doing things to their console that may or may not be rational. I'll leave it at that.
So, do you know about those little tines for the third? Do you know how to make those work?
What?
Those little tines that you got to hook inside the freaking cartridge bay on the 32X.
Those are for connecting the ground of the 32X more solidly to the ground of the Genesis. You don't really need them.
But
It's just fine without.
Are you good enough to put them in?
I've never seen them. Ever.
Are you
Yeah,
having trouble putting in your shielding plates for your 32X? They're not.
They're ridiculous. I can't even get them to work.
They're a little tricky, but
yeah,
they're supposed to be user installable. It shouldn't require a technician.
I'm just messing around, man.
Right.
I mean, I have them and I've never used them, and like they're just ridiculous. I'm just like, how the hell you even put these things in here? And like, yeah.
From what I can tell, they are mostly there for FCC compliance.
What, the metal shields?
I thought they were shielding plates that are there to
Oh yeah, it's
make sure that you're
FCC,
not
yes.
interfering electrical interference with other equipment, and I'm sure
It's
they do
grounded
connect the
through
grounds.
the freaking cable.
Huh?
It's grounded through the freaking cable.
Yeah, you don't need them for functionality.
Yeah.
So I have these.
Like, what is that? They look like condoms.
Yeah.
Oh, haha.
What are the? Oh,
It's little. These are the Ultra HDMI board. I'm going to have some colored HDMI N64s.
Oh, really?
If anyone's interested.
Those things are already expensive. You mean like the? You
I
mean,
have a jungle green one and
Yeah.
a watermelon colored N64.
Ooh, watermelon,
They will
that-
both have RGB or not. They will both have HDMI output because I can't
Oh.
give them RGB as well. If I could, I would. But you
Oh.
can only do that with certain models of the regular N64.
Well, you should be able to sell those for a pretty penny. People love that. We were looking at a watermelon one, weren't we? At PRGE, somebody was.
Julian was.
Yeah, how much was it selling? Did they want for it?
Well, yeah, I was about to say. I know how much the Ultra HDMI modded ones go for.
What's that guy looking like 125 or something?
Okay,
Yeah,
I want
they
you
were
to take
over
that
100.
price.
Add like $400 to it.
No, add like $300 to it.
You know, still.
Hey, but that's with the controller and the power brick and all that stuff.
And all the things that make it work.
Well,
Yeah.
that stupid board's like $150. So that
Yeah.
kit.
Yeah, they're bullshit expensive, which is why I don't order them from Game Tech USA anymore, or Game Tech US anymore.
Don't you have to order them still in order units of 4 or something though?
No, it's 3+.
Okay.
You have to order 3 or more.
Okay.
Except I can't get in touch with the guy, and he's notorious for like not responding to emails.
Hmm.
Who is it? The Game Tech USA guy, or are you talking?
No. The actual guy that makes these. Game Tech's just reselling them. That's why they cost more through him.
Have you seen who's that other one? RGB cable guy or something like that.
HD Retrovision.
Yeah, I don't really talk to any of those people anymore.
No, I think he's like RGB cables or something.
Nope, but I am going to be making my own cables here soon.
Oh, the guy isn't that the guy based in England? That guy.
No,
Yeah.
retro RGB is his Twitter.
Nope. I
And, like-
refuse to talk to that guy.
I think he was doing some mods and stuff. Like he was going to be making. Is that the guy who's making the? Oh, that capture box. That does all the things. The hell is it? God, I can't think of it right now. You know the box that does like supposed to be super awesome for streaming, but it's like $300 and it does everything.
Framemeister?
Yeah, yeah, he's doing like a second, like a Framemeister type thing.
Are we talking about Jared?
No.
No.
Okay, because Jared had
Um,
plans to do something like that at one point.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't know. I know this guy's doing cables too. And he's talking.
Yeah.
He's talking about HD retrovision too. So
Yeah, I don't deal with
They're-
any
they're
of those guys
friends.
anymore. Like, I don't deal with any of them. So. And we'll just leave it at that.
HD.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I have all of those guys blocked. So.
What's the
if
deal with
tells you
that?
anything, a long story.
they-
I don't want to go into it.
Okay.
Disagreements were had.
Exactly. Disagreements were had. Things were said.
Yeah.
People were blocked.
So are you making some stuff then, or?
Yeah. I
Okay.
have a couple projects I'm working on, but none of it's.
Yeah, I mean, me, dude. I don't know anything about that stuff, and I've never really bought anything. The only thing I've ever bought was that SCART stuff, that SCART equipment from somebody out of Florida, and I got a bunch of cables and stuff, and they're no longer in business, so I don't know what happened to them, if they had got their chops busted by eBay or what. But
Oh,
Let's just say there's a certain group of people that like to shame first and ask questions never.
oh, yeah. I think that woman in Florida. I thought
yeah,
she
yeah,
was, I thought
the
she
chick.
moved. I thought she just moved off to like start her own website to sell those cables. I don't know if it ever took
See,
off.
Dude, like
the
the
other issue I
cables
have
she would
is-
make were gone like instantly, and she sold them for, when I got my cables, they were pretty good priced. I think like $30 a cable or something, and for
See,
the
I don't
SCART.
plan on doing what I'm currently doing for very much longer anyway. I will trade it in and then do the world of corporate engineering. Because the world of corporate engineering has a solid paycheck that you get every week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. What I'm doing, you have no idea.
You know what I think's a really great site to get stuff is Monoprice, dude.
That's,
Get stuff off Monoprice for damn cheap.
yeah.
For like cables and that, like dude, I got like a ton of streaming shit here that I had all networked up, and it's a mess right now, and I got to reset it up. But like I have like 3 different game captures, cameras, a Teradek, things like that, and like I have all this stuff set up, and I've never put it to use. And it's like, man, I need to do something with it.
See-
it's just sitting here collecting dust, and it costs me freaking money, and it's like shit.
Well, part of the issue of what I'm doing is I'm getting to the point where I don't want to do console mods that much anymore, and I'd rather just develop stuff. Because making stuff and selling it is a lot easier and more profitable than modding other people's consoles.
How was that hot dog, Musty?
What hot dog?
That
One
one
from
with
the
the
airport?
neon relish.
It was good stuff.
Anyway,
Good stuff.
but yeah.
And then I, sitting there, actually got me a drink bought for that never happens. Some military person walked up and was just like, "I'll have this," and then I was sitting there next to this lady, and she bought her a drink, and she said, "And get him whatever he's drinking too." And I was like, "Okay, fine. Thanks for that additional 9.5% beer."
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So I was feeling good at the airport. But no, that was good stuff. I was impressed by it was fast too. As it should be. I mean, it was a hot dog restaurant, so
That looked pretty damn savory, dude. I didn't even think that was an airport food there. I thought that was like straight up like Michigan frickin' sausages or something.
Yeah, that was Denver Airport.
You know, I've been to Denver Airport a couple times, and I think the place I ate a sandwich at a restaurant thing called Schlotsky's or something. Is that still in there? A Schlotsky's? You guys
might
ever
have
hear of
been.
a Schlotsky's? That shit's good, man.
Yeah, I've heard of them. It's a chain, isn't it? Schlotsky's
Yeah.
Deli.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Chain.
We don't have those around here.
Yeah,
No,
we
we
sure
do.
as hell don't. We don't.
Also, people love making me go to the post office all the time.
Yeah.
Make you go to the post office. What's wrong, dude?
Oh, nothing. I just got to ship out the last one of these I have. Huzzah. RGB mod for a Super Nintendo Junior. Also does S video.
Oh, and then they have to put the chip on themselves?
No, you just take this little board, solder it to the pins of your Super Nintendo Junior, and then run 6 wires, and you're done. And there's a little switch on there for TTL voltage or a resistor to drop it down for something compatible with most TVs. And I've had no complaints about this thing. So, huzzah.
Dude, do you ever like start looking at like Sega Saturn stuff, like the just on eBay, like the Asian stuff, and find a seller that has a ton of that for cheap and just start wanting to go crazy?
Nah, just can't understand what most of those games say.
I know, but it's just like, man, you know, they
See,
look-
I made the mistake of buying a Japanese Mario Party game. You know how much you can understand of the Japanese Mario Party game? Nothing.
I
Because
agree.
there's text everywhere. So, yeah. And again, I just make repros of Super Nintendo games I want to play. So, well, most of the games I want to play at this point weren't released in this country or are like $80 to $100 plus RPGs. I don't really buy bulk games anymore. I just buy like 1 or 2 RPGs here and there, which is why I can buy stuff like Magic Knight Rayearth. Because that's not exactly a cheap game.
Yeah. Trying to find what's the friggin' stop playing Tetris. Trying to find obscure RPGs at conventions is a thing. I remember I asked a friend that couldn't make it to one of the conventions here if he was looking for anything, and I could ask around. Yeah, try walking through the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo asking if anyone has Brigandine on the PS1. Lots of confused, raised eyebrows. Like, what the hell is that game?
Brigandine. Wasn't that was that an Atlas or was that Working Designs?
One
Can't
of them,
remember.
I'm sure. I don't know either.
I don't know. I've seen that game. There was one at my local game store. We sold it for like $150 or something crazy.
Yeah. That's what happens when you ask someone that already has over 750 RPGs in their collection if they want you to ask around for anything.
Yeah. RPG fans tend to mostly only have RPGs in their collection.
Yep.
And they might have a couple multiplayer games and some action games and some like platformers. But it's like 95% RPGs.
Yeah, it's like RPG, Call of Duty, what?
You know, the
that one
PS1
was
era
given
had
to
a
me.
lot of RPGs. The PS1 I mean, they had a ton of RPGs, and then like,
Actually, the console with the most RPGs goes to the PlayStation 2.
Not
Well,
shocking.
it also has the largest library. So
Yeah, the console
Yeah.
with the most games ever goes to.
PlayStation 2.
I just actually remember, you know, when I'd go shop, you know, EB Games or KB. No, not KB, but EB Games and Babbage's. Is that it? I don't know. There was two of them. They were like the same software, etc. or something. But anyways,
got eaten by GameStop eventually.
Yeah, we'll just call them
Yeah.
the Peter Rivers of GameStop.
But anyways, I remember like the PlayStation era when I was shopping for that. I mean, there was just I'd see all the RPG games. There's tons of them. I was like, damn, you know.
I wish I bought more of those back then. They were cheaper.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad I bought Earthbound when I was like 10. So you're talking like early 2000s. Guess what the price of Earthbound was in the early 2000s?
$15.
Close, but high.
But
$5 to $10. It's now like 180.
or more, depending.
Yep. If you have it complete in box, that's a few $100 more. Actually, no, that's like $1,000.
It's like 800 at least.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, guys, you're going crazy. Welcome to RPG collecting, where you won't have the money to buy whatever random game you want because you will spend all of your game budget for the week or month or whatever on that one RPG you found at that store.
By the
Yeah, but
point of the thing.
that RPG might
Yeah.
last you 90 hours, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Exactly. Compared.
You know what I thought about is I haven't played this game forever, and when I got it from that lady, I started thinking about that part in Halo when you come out of that underground facility and you hear that ghost flying overhead, or the wraith flying overhead for the first time, going, you know, the
Banshee?
wraith flying around on
Yeah.
Halo.
Banshee.
Yeah, Banshee. Yeah, and it was like, dude, that was such a trip, man. That like, it was like, what the hell is that? You know.
Which game were you talking about that reminded you of it?
Just no, when I got this original Halo, because I
Okay.
didn't have it. You know, I just remember that part when I played it originally. You know, when you first come out of the complex and you hear that thing flying around, and it was like, what is that? You know.
We were talking before getting onto Halo, one of the cheapest games to buy ever. When we were talking about games that were expensive that we got for cheap, I decided to look to see what the highest priced Intellivision game I currently own is. And when you're looking for Intellivision prices, just flip a freaking coin. You never know what the hell the price is going to be that day. But not shocked to see it's World Series Major League Baseball. Because that's one of the few games that required the keyboard attachment. That's like, nope, that's Canadian. Switch that to US for everyone else. So it's a price that actually makes sense. $100
For what? Intellivision?
Intellivision game.
a baseball game.
Yep. Which we got for 50 cents.
The local game store near me currently has a John Madden Championship Edition, which is some limited edition of a Sega Genesis John Madden game.
Mhm.
It's like $200.
Was that early? Like before they started putting the year on it?
No, it's like a deluxe championship edition version or something like that.
These rental stickers are coming off easier than I thought they would. This
I'm not
Toe
going to
Jam.
hear anyone say all that often.
Well, now I'm dealing with the pawn shop sticker, so here we go.
Dun dun dun.
Are you playing Toe Jam and Earl, dude?
At some point I will, but
Oh, the PS3 one. That's right.
Xbox.
Yeah. Let me dig out that disc thing to show you what I was talking about the DLC.
Oh yeah, somebody else mentioned it was the exhibition number 2.
Yep.
That has
Yep. That's it. Yep. Yeah, you might be able. I think that thing was cheap too, like $5.
Oh yeah, I'll
That makes me wonder. Look back on all, see what the Xbox has for those exhibitions, and see what DLCs they got.
Well, there's the exhibitions, and then there's the OXM discs. Some of those have stuff that you can save onto your hard drive.
Yeah.
PS2 demo discs did that for a while too, of including DLC and stuff.
But like early 360 era, it was like, here's some gamer picks for a certain franchise,
Yep.
Which is cool to at least incentivize the subscription, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff I think was cool, and they don't do that stuff anymore.
Oh, paper costs money. And printing additional discs, and the problem is that now they would have to put out a patch for them. So what's the point in sending out a physical disc if they'd have to
Patch the demo disc.
if they have to patch the demo disc to get it to play, which would require you to install the demo disc? Yeah.
Yeah, that seems a little superfluous at this point.
As long as they don't start burying demos behind Game Pass or something, like that would be a bad move. I don't know why that just popped into my head.
You mean like when PlayStation Plus gave you free timed trials?
Oh, I remember that. Yep. You don't see much of that.
Nope. I think they allow you to do that still on PlayStation.
The Wii U had like you can load this up X number of times.
Yeah, the 3DS did that too for demos, including ones that were unique gameplay content like Bravely Default. It's still time limited.
Yeah, like Bayonetta was that way. The Bayonetta 2 was that way on the Wii U.
That was stupid.
Well, clearly that practice has not survived.
Nope. Hey, Ryan's here. Or his logo is.
Yes! Rocket sauce.
Hello.
Mr. McRib himself.
Yeah, who the hell eats it with a pickle and onion? That's gross.
It was good, dude.
One,
That is
especially, would you get it with?
That
Did
is
you get
the
it with
factory recommended
Well,
combination there.
well, I've never once ever gotten pulled pork or ribs with onion and pickle.
Well,
Actually,
you don't
that's how I make mine in the crock pot. I put onions in it.
well, you don't eat onions anyway.
I know, so it's even worse.
Dude, the onions are good for your prostate, man.
I can shit just fine.
Right.
2 cups of coffee and that bowl will be full.
I think we need an anatomy lesson to tell you what a prostate's for there.
Anyways, onions suck. Did you guys do pickups?
Oh, yeah.
I'll do mine real quick.
Yeah, we passed the 3-hour mark, but I'm letting it go since you just joined.
Well, I was just gonna hop on for a little bit to show my pickups for this week.
Dude, did you
Lay down.
get this game, Q-Dog? You have that one?
Hang on, I'm not looking.
See it. It's that Gradius Interstellar Assault for the
I
Game
have
Boy.
that. I got that a while ago. The one I got up here at
Okay.
GE was called Nemesis.
Okay.
I have
Yeah, I
Interstellar
was just
Assault.
curious because I remember I took a picture of it and sent the message out, and I was just wondering if you'd seen that.
I haven't. No, I didn't see a message with you talking about that game. Was that a Twitter message or?
Yeah, the group message on Twitter at PRGE.
Oh,
put
I
out
remember
there,
seeing that.
anybody need this? And then I did Toe Jam and Earl 2. There was a complete copy, and I'm surprised nobody picked that up.
Okay.
Had some,
Ryan, you wanna
had some bite marks.
do your pickups?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, everyone got the big game this week. And
Not everyone.
I opted for the exchange. I asked them if I could exchange, which was an ordeal. Not a big one. It just took up the line for 10 minutes picking it up. So I exchanged my PS4 copy in line for the Xbox version.
Why?
Because this one's standard or native 4K as opposed to, I guess it being upscaled to 4K in the PS4 version.
Checkerboard. I saw the video by Digital Foundry. Substantial difference.
And then I saw this get posted to one of the stores that's about a 45-minute drive from where I live, but it's definitely one of the better toy stores to go to. And they actually had a couple of these things I've been looking for quite a while. I got a couple of food fighters. So I posted it, so I made a drive up there, and these are things I had as a kid. I've been wanting to get them back. This one isn't complete, but this one is. I think this one's Sergeant Scoop. And this one is, I forgot, Major Munch, I think it is, or something like that. But he's got a little gun right there and a little backpack. And an army hat. But I don't know. I love these little guys. So this one's just got his little army helmet. But yeah, that's what I got for pickups.
Making me hungry, dude.
Hungry for McRib?
The major munchies.
Yeah, man, I might have to run down to McDonald's and get the old McRib.
I gotta get while it's only here for a limited time.
That thing's $5, dude.
Yeah.
The meal's $6, right? So get yourself a meal.
Second supper.
That's right. Do you guys remember when they used to have a junior McRib on the menu?
Nope.
They did that. They did for a minute when they introduced.
Why would I bother ordering a junior?
Well, they didn't
give me my McRib.
They didn't have the regular one. Millionaire, whatever it was they call it. Because they had that, and the McChicken was like the first couple items on the dollar menu. So I would get 2 McRib Juniors and 2 McChickens. That was awesome.
Wow.
Those were the days. Good times.
Ryan, Cody was saying we should find ways to bring back the beat my score type stuff.
It really depends on the game, right?
No?
And it doesn't help that Weekly isn't around anymore either.
We have now.
It's true.
Actually, I was thinking about that in kind of a similar fashion because I started playing Tetris again, and I was wondering if there would be any demand for a just general high scores channel in the Discord, just for a casual thing, not only tournaments posting a high score. For many.
Well, I think the four.
He started tweeting out his missile command scores.
I mean, separate from any larger one that's dedicated on the forums, just for a quick post.
I ain't gonna staff you. Go nuts.
Do you need someone to create said channel?
Yeah, if there's demand for it, maybe you can just ask people first.
Oh, was that a Discord thing, or?
Yeah.
And what do you? What's that? I know I'm on the app here. What do you do there? Just say, hey, post your score up and screenshot it, or?
Good.
Yeah, but you gotta post some nudes first. Otherwise, your scores don't count.
Post nudes.
Yeah.
What the heck? Getting crazy now.
Chloe, you want that high score or don't you?
Yeah, man. All you have to do is go to Google and type in noodles, hot noodles, click enter, and then pick your favorite plate of noodles and then send that to them. Hey, look, man, you got nudes.
Mm-hmm.
Does it count if I post a high score for Snood? Too obscure?
I've lost it, yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
This is an old puzzle game.
like
Computer
Buzzard
puzzle. Yeah.
I am snood.
You can still get mobile versions of that are active. I found that out recently. It's a goofy little game. Probably have more activity than the chess channel.
What the heck? This
Well,
guy's
my God.
posting a Gemini video game system. A Coleco Gemini.
That's a Coleco version of an Atari.
Okay.
I think it has some interesting controllers where the joystick and the paddle are merged into one controller. It's an Atari 2600 as far as I know.
Making progress.
What's Musty doing?
Alphabetizing.
Oh, yeah.
This off the shelf.
Yay. The little chip on a board.
Woo.
Might not seem important, but now I can do this. And now that I can do that, I can build a circuit around this thing. And then I can do something cool.
All right.
Isn't that
So
how
what do you call
electronics work?
that? Sorry about that.
Hmm?
What are you calling that thing on Cartridge Club Discord for the scores?
Oh, there's no... Wasn't actually doing that. I was just gauging interest.
Free newts.
Jeez.
Hey man, I can give you as many pictures of noodles as you need. You won't get the
That's-
pictures of nudes. You won't get the nudes you want. You'll get the nudes you need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Yoshi's went for nudes. No, coming to Discord never.
What? Not that type of nudes.
It's the only place I could think of to go with it.
Oh, you failed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Try to find one without meat to not anger the fit net.
Eh.
Here we go. I give you some nudes.
Hey man, you seem to know a lot about like electronics and that. So, you know your power strips. If you got a lot of stuff plugged into them, and you shut the power strip off, does that actually shut the whole like capacity that that power strip's drawing off at the plug?
I can't tell off the top of my head, but if it's anything like the ones I've taken apart in the past, are basically it's a switch that connects the AC voltage. That's all it's doing. It's usually
Okay.
connecting the AC voltage, or is like connecting two pins to.
Together, like
Okay, so it's probably on the hot side, for one. Which by hot I mean the side that's carrying plus minus. That's the 120 volts thing, not the one that's tied to ground in your circuit box. You shouldn't touch either one though. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably just like
I'm just
disconnecting.
saying, does it cut the power off and you're no longer
Yeah.
trickling a charge running to that strip?
Yeah, there
I'm
shouldn't
trying
be
to cut
anything
my
in that
power
strip.
bill because when I run all this crap and plug it in, it drains. And I've
Yeah.
managed to cut my power down by quite a bit by unplugging everything. And I'd like to not have to unplug my power strips. I'd like to just shut them off if I can, if that works the same. Is what I'm getting at.
I would think
Well-
that a simple power strip, if you turn it off, it's a physical disconnect. So yes.
Okay.
Let me look something up on eBay here real quick.
If it's a surge protector or something like that, there might still be drawing some phantom power, but
Probably not much.
probably not much. I think it's probably better than leaving them plugged. Sorry, let me start
Okay,
again. It's
here
probably
we go.
better than leaving them plugged in.
If you
leaving
really
the
want
AC
the
adapter.
answer, because it's probably specific to whatever power strip you're using.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want to know, you have to go to eBay and buy one of these damn things and plug it in, and then it will tell you exactly how much that outlet is using.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, but how much does that use?
Well, it's not going to
It's
use.
temporary.
No.
You
It's
put it in-
temporary.
you
You
put-
plug it in,
Hmm.
and then it's going to tell you from the point of this outlet to your strip. It's going to tell you what power it's using. It's not going to tell you how much power this thing's using because it
Mhm.
is using some power.
Interesting. I didn't even think about. I didn't even know they had that. I'm just saying. I mean, I managed to cut my power down quite a bit, and that's
Hey,
because I
man.
plug all these old like this big ass freaking TV I got. I unplug it all the time, and
So there are
unplug my
some.
tower. Because it's got a 1,000-watt freaking power supply. And just unplug everything.
The 1,000-watt power supply is probably not drawing much of anything.
Okay.
It's not
So-
going to draw 1,000 watts unless it needs to, or rather, not draw but produce.
Yeah, it's more of an upper limit than a constant, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yes, that's the capacity. As in, if you were trying to draw more than 100 watts from that, 1,000 watts from that power supply, bad things will happen. That's
Okay.
basically what that rating means.
Yeah, which is why you can use like an iPad charger on an iPhone and it's not going to explode.
Basically, the way current works is devices will draw what they need, not the max rating. Like, for example, a Genesis is rated for a, 1 amp power brick. In reality, a Genesis is going to be pulling about 500, 600 milliamps.
I think this is more specific an answer than was required.
You have
I'm
to
just-
engineer
I'm
this.
just-
turn
I'm
that
just
switch off.
saying,
I
dude.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Turn the switch off. Yes.
Power
Because
on.
the other recommendation I was going to make is that I have a power strip that has dependent outlets. So if you, like, for example, if I plug in my TV into outlet 1, then outlets 2 through 5 are not powered unless outlet 1 is on.
Are you talking about a strip that has like you have switches for each individual socket, or
No, it's like
Oh,
there's
it will
still a
not-
single there's still a single switch for the whole surge. It's a monster.
The ones that rely on it are probably just gang together. Because I'm
Yeah, so
assuming it
yeah,
won't work
basically
unless you plug into the one slot.
Right.
Is what you
Unless
said.
the one slot is actively providing power, then those other ones aren't open. So like if you had, like, I have a lamp, right? I don't need that lamp to be
Ooh.
like that has its own switch, right? But I could make it so that like my Xbox and my SNES Classic aren't taking power unless the TV's on,
Okay.
without having to toggle the switch.
I
Yeah.
have in front of me an AV Famicom.
it's maybe the first or the 5th time this has been shown during this hangout.
He loves that.
Anyway, no.
He loves
I'm
the
trying
idea
to make a
of showing
point.
it to one of us.
You hear that click?
Yeah.
That is physically shutting the power off at the brick.
Yep.
Hence why these old consoles, when they're turned off, draw like diddly. New consoles, when you turn them off, because it has a soft power function, it's drawing something.
Basically,
The only
rest
way you
mode,
can
right?
know is to plug in one of those watt meters and find out. And those are the cheap ones on eBay. They're not like actual professional high duty ones.
Now,
It'll probably have some current rating on it.
one thing I did notice is when you think about it is like you got your Genesis 2, your CD, and your 32X all on one. Like I did it like that, and I just made sure it was just those three on that little power strip for that one. And those things would stay hot. So I mean, warm. So they're still drawing.
That's because they have a, let's see, they're going to have a transformer inside, which is going to get hot regardless. There's also typically a full bridge diode configuration and a bulk DC filter cap.
Okay.
And when diodes conduct, they get warm.
Yep.
And these are power, and they're basically in a high voltage area. So, because I know guys that if you say high voltage is U.S. house voltage, they're just going to laugh at you. That's power engineers. If you say 120 volts is RMS is high voltage, they will laugh at you. However, you still don't touch the 120 volts. It hurts a lot. But yeah.
Yeah, my buddy's an electrician. He's a diesel works on those diesel engines for the railroad. He's doing some electricity there.
Yeah, I'm going into engineering, so this is why my responses are way more complicated than they need to be. Because I'm used to having to take some simple topic that I can explain in like a sentence and then have to explain it in a 5-page paper.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a chimpanzee, dude. It's like, unplug it or switch it, whatever works.
It's a pretty good analog, no pun intended, for the max charge versus capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're speaking too alien for me, dude. I'm a chimp.
Max information versus requirement.
And we haven't even gotten to FFT yet. Yay, FFT. I noticed Eric hasn't said anything.
Fucking thought.
Hey,
yeah,
man.
I don't want to know about FFT anymore. I'm done.
Hey, as long as you don't have to do them by hand.
Yeah, there's nothing fast about them when I do them by hand. Or maybe there is. I don't remember, but
there's not.
I'm glad I'm out of that world, I'll tell you.
No, you're in the let me poke buttons on my oscilloscope.
Yeah.
And let it tell me what I have. And then let my circuit simulation software tell me what my circuit's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look forward to that too. Where I don't just randomly have analyze this circuit. And I'm like, okay, haven't done this in like 2 years. What do I do first?
Mm-hmm.
Crap.
All right, guys. I'm going to head out for the night. I'm going to lay down and watch some Castlevania. So.
No rocket sauce. No. Whoa.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm at the bottom of the well.
An hour after when we normally end. Don't go now.
Yeah.
See you.
I'm at the bottom of the well. I'm just pulling out all sorts of obscure crap that maybe only one other person here will understand. And he's probably like, stop bringing back bad college memories.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go too.
Yeah,
I'm wearing out here. I got
all right.
stuff to do.
The tech talk ended it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Okay.
See ya.
Good night.